When the past.
Well, you
Well,
got
we
it in
got
the
one
present.
now. Okay. We are now recording, and I don't know if it's showing yet. I think we're live streaming. Does people see the live stream thing there? Great.
Yes, we are
Hi.
live streaming.
Welcome. I'm Paul Sugarman, and this is the Instant Shakespeare Company. And today we are reading All's Well That Ends Well. And so I will turn it over to our playmaster, Derek Tarson.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on live stream, and thank you for all the cast members for joining this reading. I'd just like to have everyone introduce themselves and the characters they're playing before we start. So I'm going to ask everyone to stop their video and then just come on when I call your name so that we can.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Hold on.
Jackie, can you stop your video? There we go. All right. So my name again is Derek Tarson, and I am going to be playing the character of Paroles. I'm just going to go in the order that I see it on my screen. So next is Matt.
Hello, my name is Matt Bogan. I will be reading the First Lord as well as the Steward.
Great. Angus.
Hi, Angus Hepburn. Angus Hepburn from London. I'm reading The Clown and The Interpreter and a couple of other bits.
Michael.
Oh, come. Michael Gardner from New York City, the island Manhattan, playing the king, the French king, the king of France, and the widow, and a little bit of a cameo as a walk-on, as a messenger.
Thank you. Sean.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Sean Jordan. I'm going to be playing Bertram.
Great. Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Miele-Ray. I am from New York. I will be reading the Countess/Mother/Old Lady.
Okay. Jennifer.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Finger. I am reading the roles of Diana, the Duke of Florence, and the Fourth Lord.
Jackie.
It's okay. Hi, I'm Jackie Margolis. I live in New York City, and I'm reading Lord LeFou, Marianne, and the Second Soldier.
Valentina.
Hi, my name is Valentina Rodriguez. I'll be reading the role of Helena.
And Ken. Ken Wayne, coming from Brooklyn. I'm reading the part of the page, Second Lord E, and Gentle Stranger. Excellent. Okay. And did I miss anyone? Don't think so. Okay, great. So with that, let's read All's Well That Ends Well. Act 1, Scene 1.
In delivering my son from me, I buried a second husband.
Wait a second, I have to roll up. Here we go.
Actually, Sean, that's you as Bertram, Count of Rossillon. It's abbreviated ROS. You're muted.
And I, in going, madam, weep or are my father's death anew. But I must attend his majesty's command, to who I am now in ward, evermore in subjection.
You shall find of the king a husband, madam. You, sir, a father. He that so generally is at all good times good must of necessity hold his virtue to you. His worthiness would stir it up where it wanted, rather than lack it where there is such abundance.
What hope is there of his majesty's amendment?
He has abandoned his physicians, madam, under whose practices he has persecuted time with hope and finds no other advantage in the process but owning the losing of hope by time.
This young gentlewoman had a father, Oh, that had. How sad a passage 'tis. Whose skill was almost as great as his honesty, had it stretched so far, would have made nature immortal, and death should have play for lack of work. Would, for the king's sake, he were living, I think it would be the death of the king's disease.
How called you speak, this man you speak of, madam?
He was famous, sir, in his profession, and it was his great right to be so. Gerard de Narbon.
Ah, he was excellent indeed, madam. The king very lately spoke of him admiringly and mourningly. He was skilful enough to have lived still, if knowledge could be set up against mortality.
What is it, my good lord, the king languishes of?
A fistula, my lord.
I had not heard of it before.
I would it were not notorious. Was this gentlewoman the daughter of Gerard de Narbon?
His sole child, my lord, and bequeathed to my overlooking. I have those hopes of her good that her education promises her disposition she inherits, which makes fair gifts fairer. For where an unclean mind carries virtuous qualities, there commendations go with pity. There are virtues and traitors too. In her they are the better for their simpleness. She derives her honesty and achieves her goodness.
Your commendations, madam, get from her tears.
'Tis the best brine a maiden can season her praise in. The remembrance of her father never approaches her heart, but the tyranny of her sorrows takes all livelihood from her cheek. No more of this Helena go to, no more, lest it be rather thought you affect a sorrow, than to have—
I do affect a sorrow indeed, but I have it too.
Moderate lamentation is the right of the dead. Excessive grief, the enemy to the living.
If the living be enemy to the grief, the excess makes it soon mortal.
Madam, I desire your holy wishes.
How understand we that?
Be thou blessed, Bertram, and succeed thy father in manners as in shape. Thy blood and virtue contend for empire in thee, and thy goodness share with thy birthright. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Be able for thine enemy rather in power than use, and keep thy friend other thine own life's key. Be checked for silence, but never taxed for speech. What heaven more will, that thee may furnish, and my prayers pluck down, fall on thy head. Farewell, my lord. 'Tis an unseasoned courtier. Good my lord, advise him.
He cannot want the best that shall attend his love.
Heaven bless him. Farewell, Bertram.
The best wishes that can be forged in your thoughts be servants to you. Be comfortable to my mother, your mistress, and make much of her.
Farewell, pretty lady. You must hold the credit of your father.
I think not on my father, and these great tears grace his remembrance more than those I've shed for him. What was he like? I forgot him. My imagination carries no favor in it but Bertram's. I am undone. There's no living. None if Bertram's away. 'Twere all one that I should love a bright particular star, and think to wed it he is so above me. In his bright radiance and collateral light must I be conformed. Not in his sphere the ambition of my love thus plagues itself. The hind that would be mated by the lion must die for love. 'Twas pretty, though a plague, to see him every hour, to sit and draw his arched brow, his hawking eye, his curls in our heart's table. Heart too capable of every line and trick of his sweet favor. But now he's gone, and my idolatrous fancy must sanctify his relics. Who comes here? Oh, one that goes with him. I love him for his sake, and yet I know him a notorious liar. Think him a great way fool, solely a coward. Yet these fixed evils sit so fit in him that they take place when virtue's steely bones look bleak in a cold wind. Withal, full oft we see cold wisdom waiting on superfluous folly.
Stay of you, fair queen.
And you, monarch?
No.
And no?
Are you meditating on virginity?
Aye, you have some stain of soldier in you. Let me ask you a question. Man is enemy to virginity. How may we barricado it against him?
Keep him out.
But he assails, and our virginity, though valiant in the defense, yet is weak. Unfold to us some warlike resistance.
There is none. Man setting down before you will undermine you and blow you up.
Bless our poor virginity from underminers and blowers up. Isn't there no military policy how virgins might blow up men?
Virginity being blown down, man will quicker be blown up. Marry in blowing him down again with the breach yourselves made, you lose your city. It is not politic in the commonwealth of nature to preserve virginity. Loss of virginity is rational increase, and there was never virgin go till virginity was first lost. That you were made of is metal to make virgins. Virginity, by being once lost, may be 10 times found. By being ever kept, it is ever lost. 'Tis too cold a companion. Away with it.
I will stand for't a little, though, but therefore I die a virgin.
There's little that could be said in it. 'Tis against the rule of nature. To speak on the part of virginity is to accuse your mothers, which is most infallible disobedience. He that hangs himself is a virgin. Virginity murders itself and should be buried in highways out of the sanctified limit as a desperate offendress against nature. Virginity breeds mites, much like cheese, consumes itself to the very praying, and so dies with feeding its own stomach. Besides, virginity is peevish, proud, idle, made of self-love, which is the most inhabited sin in the canon. Keep it not. You can choose but lose by it. Out with it. Within 10 years, it will make itself two, which is a goodly increase. And the principle itself, not much the worse. Away with it.
How might one do, sir, to lose it to her own liking?
Well, let me see. Marry ill to like him that ne'er it likes. 'Tis a commodity that will lose the gloss with lying. The longer kept, the less worth. Off with it while 'tis bendable. Answer the time of request. Virginity, like an old courtier, wears her cap out of fashion, richly suited, but unsuitable. Just like a brooch and the toothpick, which were not now. Your date is better in your pie and your porridge than in your cheek. And your virginity, your old virginity, is like one of our French withered pears. It looks ill, it eats dryly. Marry, 'tis a withered pear. It was formerly a better. Marry, yet 'tis a withered. Will you anything with it?
Not my virginity yet. There shall your master have 1,000 loves, a mother, and a mistress, and a friend, a phoenix, captain, and an enemy, a guide, a goddess, and a sovereign, a counselor, a traitress, and a dear. His humble ambition, proud humility, his jarring concord, and his discord dulcet, his faith, his sweet disaster with a world of pretty, fond, adoptious Christendoms, that blinking Cupid gossips. Now shall he, I know what he shall. God sent him well, the court's a learning place, and he is one.
What one, Feth?
That I wish well. 'Tis pity.
What pity?
That wishing well had not a body in it, which might be felt, that we, the poorer born, whose basser stars do shut us up in wishes, might, with effects of them, follow our friends, and show that we alone must think, which never returns us thanks.
Monsieur Parolles, my lord calls for you.
Little Helen, farewell. If I can remember thee, I will think of thee at court.
Monsieur Parolles, you were born under a charitable star.
Under Mars, I
Especially think under Mars.
Why under Mars?
The wars hath so keep you under that you must needs be born under Mars.
When he was predominant.
When he was retrograde, I think, rather.
Why think you so?
You go so much backwards when you fight.
That's for advantage.
So is running away. When fear proposes the safety, but the composition that your valor and fear makes in you is a virtue of a good wing, and I like the wear well.
I am so full of business. I cannot answer thee acutely. I will return perfect courtier, in the which my instruction shall serve to naturalize thee. So thou wilt be capable of a courtier's counsel, and understand what advice shall thrust on thee. Else thou diest in thine unthankfulness, and thy ignorance makes thee away. Farewell. When thou hast leisure, say thy prayers. When thou hast none, remember thy friends. Get thee a good husband, and use him as he uses thee. So, farewell.
Our remedies oft in ourselves do lie, which we ascribe to heaven. The fated sky gives us free scope, only doth backward pull our slow designs when we ourselves are dull. What power is it which mounts my love so high, that makes me see and cannot feed mine eye? The mightiest space and fortune nature brings, to join like likes and kiss like native things. Impossible. Be strange attempts to those that weigh our pains and sense, and do suppose what hath cannot be. Whoever strove to show her merit, that did miss her love. The king's disease. My project may deceive me, but my intents are fixed and will not leave me.
Oh, the Florentines and Sonoys. I'm hearing my voice coming in later. Is there a problem?
Okay, I'm muting Ken.
I'm getting a delay.
Try it now.
Okay. The Florentines and Sonoys are by the ears, have brought with equal fortune and continue a braving more.
So 'tis reported, sir.
Nay, 'tis most credible. We here receive it, a certain vouch from cousin Austria with caution that the Florentines will move us for speedy aid, wherein our dearest friend prejudicates the business and would seem to have us make denial.
His love and wisdom have proved so to your majesty may plead for amplest credence.
He hath armed our answer, and Florence is denied before he comes. Yet for our gentleman that meets to...
Just keep going.
Yet for our gentleman that means to see the Tuscan service, really have they need to stand on either part. Please turn that off.
It well may serve a nursery to our gentry, who are sick for breathing and exploit.
What's he comes here?
'Tis the Count Rossignol, my good lord, young Bertram.
Youth, thou bearest thy father's face. Frank nature, rather curious than in haste, has well composed thee. Thy father's moral parts mayest thou inherit too? Well, welcome to Paris.
My thanks and duty are your majesty's.
I would have had that corporal's soundness now as when thy father and myself in friendship first tried our soldiership. He did look fair into the service of the time. He was disciplined of the bravest. He lasted long. But on both did haggish age steal on, and wore us out of act. And much repairs me to talk of your good father. In his youth, he had the wit which I can well observe today in our young lords. But they may jest till their own scorn return to them unnoted, or they can hide their levity and honor. So like a courtier, contempt nor bitterness were in his pride or sharpness. If they were, his equal had awakened them, and his honor, clocked to itself, knew the true minute when exception bid him speak. And at this time his tongue obeyed his hand. Who were below him, he'd use as creatures of another place, and bowed his eminent top to their low ranks, making them proud of his humility. In their poor praise, he humbled. Such a man might be a copy to these younger times, which followed well would demonstrate them now, but goes backward.
His good remembrance, sir, lies richer in your thoughts than on his tomb. So in a proof lives not his epitaph, as in your royal speech.
Ah, would I were with him, he would always say, methinks I hear him now, his plausive words, he scattered not in ears, but grafted them to grow there to bear. Let me not live. This is good melancholy oft began in the catastrophe and hill of pastime when it was out. Let me not live, quoth he, after my flame lacks oil to be the snuffle of the younger spirits, whose apprehensive senses all but new things disdain, whose judgments are mere fathers of their garments, whose constancies expire before their fashions. This he wished. I after him do after him wish too. Since I nor wax nor honey can bring home, I quickly were dissolved from my hive to give some laborers room.
Your love, sir, they that least lended you shall lack you first.
I fill a place. How long is it, cousin, since this physician of your father's died? He was much famed.
Some 6 months since, my lord.
If he were living, I would try him yet. Lend me an arm. The rest have worn me out with several applications. Nature and sickness debated as their leisure. Welcome, Count. My sons, no dear.
Thank you, your majesty.
I will now hear what you say of this gentlewoman.
Madam, the care I have had to even your content, I wish might be found in the calendar of my past endeavors, for then we wound our modesty, and make foul the clearness of our deservings, when of ourselves we publish them.
What does this knave here? Get you gone, sirrah. The complaints I have heard of you I do not all believe. 'Tis my slowness that I do not. For I know you lack not folly to commit them, and have ability enough to make such knaveries yours.
'Tis not unknown to you, madam, I am a poor fellow.
Well, sir.
No, madam, 'tis not so well that I am poor, though many of the rich are damned. But if I may have your ladyship's good will to go to the world, Isabel the woman, and we will do as we may.
Wilt thou needs be a beggar?
Oh, I do beg your good will in this case.
In what case?
In Isabel's case and mine own. The service is no heritage, and I think I shall never have the blessing of God till I have issue of my body, for they say bairns are blessings.
Tell me thy reason why thou wilt marry.
Oh, my poor body, madam, requires it. I am driven on by the flesh, and he must needs go to the devil, he must needs go that the devil drives.
Is this all your worship's reason?
Faith, madam, I have other holy reasons, such as they are.
May the world know them.
Oh, I have been, madam, a wicked creature, as you and all flesh and blood are, and indeed I do marry that I may repent.
Thy marriage sooner than thy wickedness.
I am out of friends, madam, and I hope to have friends for my wife's sake.
Such friends are thine enemies, knave.
Oh, you're shallow, madam, and great friends, for the knaves come to do that for me which I am a-weary of. He that hears my land spares my team and gives me leave to in the crop. If I be his cuckold, he's my drudge. He that comforts my wife is the cherisher of my flesh and blood. He that cherishes my flesh and blood loves my flesh and blood. He that loves my flesh and blood is my friend. Ergo, he that kisses my wife is my friend. If men could be contented to be what they are, there were no fear in marriage. For young Charbon the Puritan and old Poysam the Papist, how somewhere their hearts are severed in religion. Their heads are both one. They may jewel horns together like any deer i' the herd.
Wilt thou ever be a foul-mouthed and calumnious knave?
A prophet, madam. And I speak the truth the next way, and I for the ballad will repeat, which men full true shall find. Your marriage comes by destiny, your cuckoo sings by kind.
Get you gone, sir. I'll talk with you more anon.
May it please you, madam, that he bid Helen come to you. Of her I am to speak.
Sirrah, tell my gentlewoman I would speak with her. Helen, I mean.
Was this fair face the cause, quoth she, why the Grecians sacked Troy? Fond done, fond was this King Priam's joy. With that she sighed as she stood. This, and give this sentence then, among 9 bad, if one be good, among 9 bad, if one be good, and there's yet 1 good in 10.
What? 1 good in 10? You corrupt that song, Sirrah.
1 good woman in 10, madam, which is a purifying a song. Would God would serve the world, so all the year we'd find no fault in the tithe woman. If I were the parson, 1 in 10, quotha, and we might have a good woman born, but o'er every blazing star, or at an earthquake, 'twould mend the lottery well. A man may draw his heart out ere a pluck one.
You'll be gone, sir knave, and do as I command you.
Oh, that man should be at woman's command, and yet no hurt done. Though honesty be no Puritan, yet it will do no hurt. It will wear the surplice of humanity over the black gown of a big heart. I'm going, forsooth, the business is for Helen to come hither.
Well now.
I know, madam, you love your gentlewoman entirely.
Oh, faith, I do. Her father bequeathed her to me, and she herself, without other advantage, may lawfully make title to as much love as she finds. There is more owing her than is paid, and more shall be paid her than she'll demand.
Madam, I was very late more near her than I think she wished me. Alone she was, and did communicate to her own self her own words to our own ears. She thought, I dare vow for her, they touched not any stranger sense. Her matter was, she loved your son. Fortune, she said, was no goddess that had put such difference betwixt their 2 estates. Love no god that would not extend his might only where qualities were levelled. Queen of virgins that would suffer her poor knight surprised without rescue in the first assault or ransom afterward. This she delivered in the most bitter touch of sorrow that ere I heard virgin exclaim in, which I held my duty speedily to acquaint you with all, since as the loss that may happen, it concerns you something to know it.
You have discharged this honestly. Keep it to yourself. Many likelihoods informed me of this before, which hung so trotting in the balance that I would neither believe nor misdoubt. Pray you leave me. Stall this in your bosom, and I thank you for your honest care. I will speak with you further anon. Even so it was with me when I was young. If ever we are nature's, these are ours. This thorn doth to our rose of youth rightly belong. Our blood to us, this to our blood is born. It is the show, the seal of nature's truth, where love's strong passion is impressed in youth. By our remembrances of days forgone, such were our faults, and then we thought them none. Her eye is sick on it. I observe her now.
We can't hear you.
Pleasure, madam.
You know, Helen, I am a mother to you.
Mine honorable mistress.
Nay, a mother. Why not a mother? When I said a mother, methought you saw a serpent. What's in mother that you start at it? I say I am your mother, and I put you in the catalogue of those that were enwombed mine. 'Tis often seen adoption strives with nature, and choice breeds a native slip to us from foreign seeds. You ne'er oppressed me with a mother's groan, yet I express to you a mother's care. God's mercy, maiden, does it curd thy blood to say I am thy mother? What's the matter? That this distempered messenger of wet, the many-colored iris rounds thy eye? Why, that you are my daughter.
That I am not.
I say I am your mother.
Pardon, madam. The Count Russillian cannot be my brother. I am from humble, he from honored name. No note upon my parents, his all noble. My master, my dear lord he is, and I his servant live, and will his vassal die. He must not be my brother.
Nor I your mother.
You are my mother, madam. Would you were, so that my lord your son were not my brother, indeed my mother. Or were you both our mothers, I care no more for than I do for heaven. So I were not his sister, can't no other, but I your daughter, he must be my brother.
Yes, Helen, you might be my daughter-in-law. God shield you mean it not. Daughter and mother so strive upon your pulse. What, pale again? My fear hath catched your fondness. Now I see the mystery of your loveliness, and find your salt tears head. Now to all sense 'tis gross. You love my son. Invention is ashamed against the proclamation of thy passion to say thou dost not. Therefore, tell me true, but tell me then 'tis so. For look, thy cheeks confess it. Ton tooth to other, and thine eyes see it so grossly shown in thy behaviors, that in their kind they speak it. Only sin and all hellish obstinacy tie thy tongue, that truth should be suspected. Speak, is't so? If it be so, you have wound a goodly clue. If it be not, forswear't how I e'er charge thee, as heaven shall work in me for thine avail, to tell me truly.
Good madam, pardon me.
Do you love my son?
Your pardon, noble mistress.
Love you, my son?
Do not you love him, madam?
Go not about. My love hath in a bond, whereof the world takes note. Come, come, disclose the state of your affection, for your passions have to the full appeached.
Then I confess. Here on my knee before high heaven, and you, that before you, and next unto high heaven, I love your son. My friends were poor but honest, so's my love. Be not offended, for it hurts not him that he is loved of me. I follow him, not by any token of presumptuous suit, nor would I have him till I do deserve him. Yet never know how that desert should be. I know I love in vain, strive against hope, yet in this captious and untenable sieve I still pour in the waters of my love, and lack not to lose still. Thus Indian-like, religious in mine era, I adore the sun that looks upon his worshipper, but knows of him no more. My dearest madam, let not your hate encounter with my love for loving where you do, but if yourself, whose aged honor sight a virtuous youth, did ever in so true a flame of liking wish chastely and love dearly that your Dian was both herself and love? Oh, then give pity to her whose state is such that cannot choose but lend and give where she is sure to lose, that seeks not to find that her search implies, but riddle-like lives sweetly where she dies.
Had you not lately an intent, speak truly, to go to Paris?
Madam, I had.
Wherefore? Tell true.
I will tell truth. By grace itself I swear. You know my father left some prescriptions of rare and proved effects, such as his readings and his manifest experience had collected for general sovereignty, that he willed me in heedful reservation to bestow them as notes whose facilities inclusive were, more than they were in note. Amongst the rest, there is a remedy, approved, set down, to cure the desperate languishings whereof the king is rendered lost.
This was your motive for Paris, was it? Speak.
My lord, your son, made me to think of this, else Paris and the medicine and the king Had from the conversation of my thoughts Harpley been absent then.
But think you, Helen, if you should tender your supposed aid, he would receive it? He and his physicians are of a mind. He, that they cannot help him. They, that they cannot help. How should they credit a poor, unlearned virgin when the schools emboweled of their doctrine have left off the danger to itself?
There's something in it, more than my father's skill, which was the greatest of his profession, that his good receipt shall for my legacy be sanctified by the luckiest stars in heaven, and would your honor but give me leave to try success, I'd venture the well-lost life of mine on his grace's cure by such a day and an hour.
Dost thou believe it?
Ay, madam, knowingly.
My Helen, thou shalt have my leave and love, means and attendance, and my loving greetings to those of mine in court. I'll stay at home, and pray God's blessing into thy attempt. Begone tomorrow, and be sure of this. What I can help thee to, thou shalt not miss.
Act 2, Scene 1. Enter
Farewell, farewell, young lords. These warlike principles do not throw from you. And you, my lords, farewell. Share the advice betwixt you. If both gain, all the gift doth stretch itself as 'tis received, and is enough for both.
'Tis ours hope, sir, after well-entered soldiers, to return and find your grace and health.
No, it cannot be. Yet my heart will not confess he owes the malady that doth my life beseech. Farewell, young lords. Whether I live or die, be you the sons of worthy Frenchmen. Let higher Italy, those baited that inherit but the fall of the last monarchy, see that you come not to woo honor, but to wed it. When the bravest question shrinks, find what you seek, that fame may you cry loud, I say farewell.
Health at your bidding serve your majesty.
Oh, those girls of Italy, take heed of them. They say our French lack language. Turn that speaker off, please.
Then I can't speak.
Those girls of Italy, take heed of them. They say our French lack language to deny if they demand. And beware of being captives before you serve.
I think that's you, Sean, even though I don't know what BO is.
Our hearts receive your warning.
Farewell. Come hither to me.
Oh, my sweet lord, you will stay behind us.
'Tis not his fault, the spark.
Oh, 'tis brave wars.
Most admirable. I've seen those wars.
Bertram.
I am commanded here and kept a coil with, too young, and the next year, and 'tis too early.
And thy mind stand to it, boy. Steal away bravely.
I shall stay here for the 4-horse to a smock, creaking my shoes on the plain masonry, till honor be bought up, and no sword sworn, but one to dance with. By heaven, I'll steal away.
There's honor in the theft.
Commit it, Count.
I am your accessory, and so farewell.
I grow to you, and our parting is a tortured body.
Farewell, Captain.
Sweet Monsieur Parolles.
Noble heroes, my swords and yours are kin. Good sparks and lustrous, and a word good medals. You shall find in the regiment of one Captain Spurio, his cicatrice, with an emblem of war here on his sinister cheek. It was this very sword entrenched it. Say to him, I live, and observe his reports for me.
We shall, noble Captain.
Mars dote on you for his novices. What will you do?
Stay the king.
Use a more spacious ceremony to the noble lords. You have restrained yourself within the list, too cold and a Jew. Be more expressive to them, for they wear themselves in the cap of time. There do muster true gait, eat, speak, and move under the influence of the most received star. And though the devil lead the measure, such are to be followed, and after them take a more dilated farewell.
I will do so.
Worthy fellows, and like to prove most sinewy sword.
Pardon, my lord, for me and for my tidings.
I'll see thee to stand up.
Oh, then here's a man stands that has brought his pardon, and I would you had kneeled, my lord, to ask me mercy, and that at my bidding you could so stand up.
I would I had, so I had broke thy pate and asked thee for mercy for it.
Good faith, of course. But my good lord, 'tis thus. Will you be cured of your infirmity?
No.
Oh, will you eat no grapes, my royal fox? Yes, but you will, my noble grapes. And if my royal fox could reach them, I have seen a medicine that's able to breathe life into a stone, quicken a rock, and make you dance canary, with sprightly fire and motion, whose simple touch is powerful. To arise King Pippin, nay, to give great Charlemagne a pen in his hand and write to her a love letter.
What her is this?
Oh, why, doctor, she, my lord, there's one arrived. If you will see her, now by my faith and honor, if seriously I may convey my thoughts in this my light deliverance, I have spoke with one that in her sex, her years, profession, wisdom, and constancy hath amazed me more than I dare blame my weakness. Will you see her? For that is her demand, and know her business. That done laugh well at me.
Now, good LeFou, bring in the admiration that we with thee may spend our wonder too. Or take off thine by wondering how thou tookest it.
Nay, I'll fit you, and not be all day neither.
Thus he his special nothing ever prologues.
Nay, come your ways.
Oh, this haste hath wings indeed.
Nay, come your ways. This is his majesty. Say your mind to him. A traitor you do look like, but such traitors his majesty seldom fears. I am Cresset's uncle, that dare leave two together. Fare you well.
Now, fair one, does your business follow us?
I, my good lord, Gerard de Navarre was my father, and what he did profess well found.
I knew him.
The rather will I spare my praises towards him, knowing him is enough. On's bed of death many receipts he gave me, chiefly one which, as the dearest issue of his practice and of his old experience, the only darling, he bade me store up as a triple eye, safer than mine own two, more dear. I have so, and hearing your high majesty is touched with that malignant cause wherein the honor of my dear father's gift stands chief in power, I come to tender it, and my appliance with all bound humbleness.
We thank you, madam, but may not be so credulous of cure when our most learned doctors leave us and the congregated college have concluded that laboring art can never ransom nature from her inalienable estate. I say we must not so stain our judgment or corrupt our hope to prostitute our past cure malady to epirics, or to disservice our great self and our credit to esteem as senseless help when help past sense we deem.
My duty, then, shall pay me for my pains. I will no more enforce mine office on you, humbly entreating from your royal thoughts a modest one to bear me back again.
I cannot give thee less than to be called grateful. Thou thoughtest to help me, and such thanks I give, as one near death to those that wish him live. But what a fool I know, what a full I know, thou knowest no part. I knowing all my peril, thou no art.
What I can do no hurt to try. Since you set up your rest against remedy, he that of greatest works is finisher, oft does hit them by the weakest minister. So holy writ in babes hath judgment shown when judges have been babes. Great floods have flown from simple sources, and great seas have dried when miracles have by the greatest been denied. Oft expectation fails, and most oft there where most it promises, and oft it hits where hope is coldest and despair most shifts.
I must not hear thee. Fare thee well, kind maid. Thy pains not used must by thyself be paid. Proffers not took, reap thanks for their reward.
Inspired merit so by breath is barred. It is not so with him that all things knows, as 'tis with us that square our guest beshows. But most it is presumption in us when the help of heavens we count the act of men. Dear sir, to my endeavors give consent. Of heaven, not me, make an experiment. I am not an impostor that proclaim myself against the level of mine aim, but know I think, and think I know most sure, my art is not past power, nor you past cure.
Art thou so confident? Within what space hopest thou my cure?
The greatest grace lending grace. Twice the horses of the sun shall bring their fiery torture, his did ural ring. Twice in murk and occidental damp, moist Hesperus hath quenched her sleepy lamp. Or 4 and 20 times the pilot's glass hath told the thievish minutes how they pass. What is infirm from your sound parts shall fly. Health shall live free, and sickness freely die.
Upon thy certainty and confidence, what darest thou venture?
Tax of impudence, a strumpet's boldness, a divulged shame, traduce by odious ballads my maiden's name, seared otherwise. Nay, worse of worst, extended, with vilest torture let my life be ended.
Methinks in thee some blessed spirit doth speak his powerful sound with an organ weak. And what impossibility would slay in common sense saves another way? Thy life is dear, for all that life can rate, worth name of life in thee hath estimate. Youth, beauty, wisdom, courage, all that happiness and prime can happy call, thou this to hazard needs must intimate skill infinite or monstrous desperate. Sweet practicer, thy physic I will try, that ministers thine own death if I die.
If I break time or flinch in property of what I spoke, unpitied let me die. And well deserved, not helping, death's my fee. But if I help, what do you promise me?
Make thy demand.
But will you make it even?
I by my scepter and my hopes of help.
Then shalt give me with thy kingly hand what husband in thy power I will command. Exempted be from me the arrogance to choose from forth the royal blood of France, my low and humble name to propagate with any branch or image of thy state. But such a one, thy vassal, whom I know is free for me to ask, thee to bestow.
There's my hand. The premise is observed. I will by my performance shall be served. So make the choice of thine own time, for I, thy resolved patient, on thee still rely. More should I question thee, and more I must, though more to know could not be more to trust. From whence thou camest, how tended on, but rest, unquestioned welcome and undoubted blessed. Give me some help here. Oh, if thou proceed as high as word, my deed shall match thy deed.
Come on, sir. I shall now put you to the height of your breeding.
I will show myself highly fed and lowly taught. I know my business is but to the count.
To the court? Why, what place makes you special, when you put off that with such contempt, but to the court?
Oh, truly, madam, if God have lent a man any manners, he may easily put it off at court. He that cannot make a leg, put off's cap, kiss his hand, and say nothing, has neither leg, hands, lip, nor cap. And indeed such a fellow, to say precisely, were not for the court. But for me, I have an answer will serve all men.
Marry, that's a bountiful answer that fits all questions.
Well, it's like a barber's chair that fits all buttocks. The pin buttock, the quatch buttock, the brawn buttock, or any buttock.
Will your answer serve to fit all questions?
Well, as fit as 10 groats is for the hand of an attorney, as your French crown for your taffety punk, as the Tibbs rush for Tom's forefinger, as a pancake for Shrove Tuesday, a Morris for May Day, as the nail to his hole, the cuckold to his horse, as a scolding queen to a wrangling knave, as the nun's lip to the friar's mouth, nay, as the pudding to his skin.
Have you, I say, an answer of such fitness for all questions?
Oh, from below your duke to beneath your constable, it'll fit any question.
It must be an answer of most monstrous size that must fit all demands.
But a trifle neither in good faith, if the learned should speak truth of it. Here it is, and all that belongs to it. Ask me if I am a courtier, and I shall do you no harm to learn.
To be young again, if we could. I will be a fool in question, hoping to be the wiser by your answer. I pray you, sir, are you a courtier?
Oh, Lord, sir, there's a simple putting off. More, 100 of them.
Sir, I am a poor friend of yours that loves you.
Oh, Lord, sir, thick, spare not me.
I think, sir, you can eat none of this homely meat.
Oh, Lord, sir, nay, put me to it, I warrant you.
You were lately whipped, sir, as I think.
Oh, Lord, sir, spare not me.
Do you cry, O Lord, sir, at your whipping, and spare not me? Indeed, your "O Lord, sir," is very sequent to your whipping.
Oh.
You would answer very well to a whipping if you were but bound to it.
I ne'er had worse luck in my life. In my "O Lord, sir," I see things may serve long, but not serve ever.
I play the noble housewife with the time, to entertain it so merrily with a fool.
Oh, Lord, sir, why, that serves well again.
And end, sir, to your business. Give Helen this, and urge her to present answer back. Commend me to thy kings, to my kingsmen, and my son. This is not much.
Not much commendation to them.
Not much employment for you. You understand me?
Most fruitfully. I'm there, before my legs.
Asked you again.
They say miracles are past, and we have our philosophical persons to make modern and familiar things supernatural and causeless. Hence is it that we make trifles of terrors, ensconcing ourselves into seeming knowledge when we should submit ourselves to an unknown fear.
Why, 'tis the rarest argument of wonder that hath shot out in our later times.
And so 'tis to be relinquished of the artists.
So I say both of Galen and Paracelsus.
Of all the learned and authentic fellows.
Right, so I say.
That gave him out incurable.
Why, there 'tis, so say I too.
Not to be helped.
Right, as 'twere a man assured of a
uncertain life and sure death.
Just, you say well, so would I have said.
I may truly say it is a novelty to the world.
It is indeed. If you will have it in showing, you shall read it in what do ye call
A showing of a heavenly effect in an earthly actor.
That's it. I would have said the very same.
Well, your dolphin is not lusty. For me, I speak in respects.
Nay, 'tis strange, 'tis very strange. That is the brief and the tedious of it. And he's a most fascinarious spirit that will not acknowledge it to be the
Very hand of heaven.
Aye, so I say.
In a most weak
and deafable minister, great power, great transcendence, which should indeed give us a further use to be made than alone the recovery of the king as to be.
Generally thankful.
I would have said it. You said well. Here comes the king.
Oh, lustig, as the Dutchman says. I'll like a maid the better whilst I've a tooth in my head. Why, he's able to lead her a carantou.
More de vinagère is not this hell.
Ah, for God, I think so.
Michael?
Michael.
Okay, I'm right here, and I beg your pardon.
We are on page 42.
Call. Oh, well, right. Go call before me, right? Go. Call before me all the lords in court. Sit, my preserver, by thy patient's side, and with this helpful hand whose banished sense thou hast repealed, a second time receive the confirmation of my promised gift, which but attends thy naming. Fair maid, set forth thine eye. This youthful parcel of noble bachelors stand at my bestowing, for whom both sovereign power and father's voice I have to use. Thy frank election make. Thou hast power to choose, and they none to forsake.
Fall when love please, marry to each but one.
I'd give babe curtail and his furniture. My mouth no more were broken than these boys, and rid his little beard.
Peruse them well. Not one of those but had a noble father.
Gentlemen, heaven hath through me restored the king to health.
We understand it, and thank heaven for you.
I am a simple maid, and therein wealthiest. That I protest I simply am a maid. Please, it your majesty, I have done already. The blushes in my cheeks thus whisper me, we blush, and that thou shouldst choose, but be refused. Let the white death sit on thy cheek forever. Will ne'er come there again.
Make choice and see. Who shuns thy love, shuns all his love in me.
Now, Dian, from thy altar do I fly, and to imperial love that God most high. Do my sighs stream? Sir, will you hear my suit?
And granted.
Thanks, sir. All the rest is mute.
I'd rather be in this choice than throw Ames ace for my life.
The honor, sir, that flames in your fair eyes, before I speak too threateningly replies. Love make your fortunes 20 times above her that so wishes and her humble love.
No better, if you please.
I wish receive, which great love grant, and so I take my leave.
Do they all deny her? And they were sons of mine, I'd have them whipped, or I would send them to the Turk to make eunuchs of.
Oh, be not afraid that I your hand should take. I'll never do you wrong for your own sake. Blessing upon your vows and in your bed, make find fairer fortune if you ever wed.
These boys are boys of ice. They've none have here, sure they are bastards to the English. The French near got them.
You are too young, too happy, and too good to make yourself a son out of my blood.
Fair one, I think not so.
Oh, there's one grape yet. I'm sure thy father drunk wine. Oh, but if thou beest not an ass, I am a youth of 14. I have known thee already.
I dare not say I take you, but I give me and my service wherever whilst I live into your guiding power. This is the man.
What? Then young Bertram, take her. She's thy wife.
My wife, my liege? I shall beseech your highness in such a business. Give me leave to use the help of mine own ease.
Knowest thou not, Bertram, what she has done for me?
Yes, my good lord, but never hope to know why I should marry her.
Oh, thou knowest she has raised me from my sickly bed.
But follow it, my lord. To bring me down must answer for your raising. I know her well. She had her breeding at my father's charge. A poor physician's daughter, my wife. Disdain rather corrupt me ever.
'Tis only title thou disdainest in her, the which I can build up. Strange is it that our bloods of color, weight, and heat, poured all together, would quite confound distinction, yet stands off in differences so mighty. If she be all that is virtuous, save what thou dislikest, a poor physician's daughter, thou dislikest of virtue for the name. But do not so. From lowest place, when virtuous things proceed, the place is dignified by the doer's deed. Where great additions swell, and virtue none, it is dropsied honor. Good alone is good without a name. Vileness is so. The property, by what it is, should go not by the title. She is young, wise, fair. In these to nature she's immediate heir. And these breed honor, that is honor's scorn, which challenges itself as honor's born, and is not like the sire. Honors thrive when rather from our acts we them derive than our foregoers. The mere words a slave, debauched on every tomb, on every grave, a lying trophy, and soft as dumb where dust of damned oblivion is the tomb of honor's bones indeed. What should be said? If thou canst like this creature as a maid, I can create the rest. Virtue and she is her own dower. Honor and wealth from me.
I cannot love her, nor will I strive to do it.
Thou wrongest thyself if thou shouldst strive to choose.
That you are well restored, my lord. I'm glad. Let the rest go.
My honor's at the stake, which is to defeat, I must produce my power. Here, take her hand. Proud, scornful boy. Unworthy this good gift that dost invile Miss Prissy and shackle up my love and her desert. Thou canst dream we poising us in her defective scale shall weigh thee to the beam. Thou wilt not know it is in us to plant thine honor where we please to have it grow. Check thy contempt. Obey our will, which travails in thy good. Believe not thy disdain, but presently do thine own fortunes that obedient right, which both thy duties owes and our power claims. Or I will throw thee from my care forever into the staggers and the careless lapse of youth and ignorance. Both my revenge and hate loosing upon thee in the name of justice without all terms of pity. Speak, thine answer?
Pardon, my gracious lord, for I submit my fancy to your eyes when I consider what great creation and what dole of honor flies where you bid it. I find that she which late was in my nobler thoughts most base is now the praised of the king, who so enabled is it were so born so.
Take her by the hand and tell her she is thine, to whom I promise a counterpoise, if not to thy estate, a balance more replete.
I take her hand.
Good fortune, and the favor of the king smile upon this contract, whose ceremony shall seem expedient on the newborn brief, and be performed tonight. The solemn feast shall more attend upon the coming space, expecting absent friends. As thou lovest her, thy lovest to me, religious, else just err.
Do you hear, monsieur? A word with you.
Your pleasure, sir.
Your lord and master did well to make his recantation.
Recantation, my lord, my master?
Is it not a language I speak?
A most harsh one, and not to be understood without bloody succeeding. My master?
Are you companion to the Count Rosalion?
To any count, to all's count, to what is man?
To what is Count Man? Count Master is of another style.
You are too old, sir. Let it satisfy you. You are too old.
I must tell thee, sirrah, I write man, to which title age cannot bring thee.
What I dare too well do, I dare not do.
I did think thee for two ordinaries to be a pretty wise fellow. Thou didst make tolerable vent of my travel, that it might pass, yet the scarves and the barnats about thee did manifold thee dissuade me from believing thyself a vessel of too great a burden. I have now found thee. When I lose thee again, I cannot. Yet art thou good for nothing but taking up, and that thou art scarce worth.
Hadst thou not the privilege of antiquity upon thee?
Do not plunge thyself too far in anger, lest thou hasten thy trial, which if Lord have mercy on thee for a hen. So my good window of let us fare thee well. Thy casement I need not open, for I look through it. Give me thy hand.
My lord, you give me most egregious indignity.
I wish all my heart thou art worthy of it.
I have not, my lord, deserved it.
Yes, good faith, every dram of it, and I will not bate thee a scruple.
Well, I should be wiser.
Even as soon as thou canst, for thou hast to pull at a smack of the contrary. If ever thou beest bound in thy scarf and beaten, thou shalt find what it is to be proud of thy bondage. I have a desire to hold my acquaintance with thee, or rather my knowledge, that I may say in the default, oh, he is a man I know.
My lord, you do me most insupportable vexation.
I would it were hell pains for thy sake, and my poor doing eternal. For doing I am past, as I will by thee. In what motion age will give me leave?
Well, thou hast a son shall take this disgrace off me. Scurvy, old filthy, scurvy lord. Well, I must be patient. There is no fettering of authority. I'll beat him by my life if I can meet him with any convenience, and if he were double and double a lord. I'll have no more pity of his age than I would have. I'll beat him, and if I could but meet him again.
Sirrah, your lord and master's married. There's news for you. You have a new mistress.
I most unfeignedly beseech your lordship to make some reservation of your wrongs. He is my good lord, whom I serve above is my master.
Who, God?
I, sir.
The devil it is, that's thy master.
Oh,
Why doest thou garter up thy arms in this fashion? Dost make hose of thy sleeves? Do other servants so? Thou wert best set thy lower part where thy nose stands. By mine honor, if I were but 2 hours younger, I'd beat thee. Methinks thou art a general offence, and every man should beat thee. I think thou wast created for man to breathe themselves upon thee.
this is hard and undeserved measure, my lord.
Oh, go to, sir. You were beaten in Italy for picking a kernel out of a pomegranate. You're a vagabond and no true traveler. You are more saucy with lords and honorable personages than the commission of your birth and virtue gives you heraldry. You are not worth another word, else I call you knave. I leave you.
Good, very good. It is so then. Good, very good. Let it be as concealed a while.
Undone and forfeited to cares forever.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
Although before the solemn priest I have sworn, I will not bed her.
What? What, sweetheart?
Oh, my paroles, they have married me. ill to the Tuscan wares, and never bed her.
France is a dog hole, and it has no more merits the tread of a man's foot to the wars.
There's letters from my mother. What import I know not yet.
Aye, that would be known. To the wars, my boy, to the wars. He wears his honor in a box unseen that hugs his kicky wicky here at home, spending his more manly marrow in her arms, which should sustain the bound and high curvet of Mars' fine fiery steed. To other regions, France is a stable, we that dwell in it jades. Therefore, to the war.
It shall be so. I'll send her to my house, acquaint my mother with my hate to her, and wherefore I am fled, right to the king, that which I do not speak. His present gift shall furnish me to those Italian fields, where noble fellows strike, where's is no strife to the dark house and the detective wife.
Will this capriccio hold in thee, Archer?
Go with me to my chamber and advise me. I'll send her straight away. Tomorrow I'll to the wares, she to her single sorrow.
Why, these bowls bound, there's noise in it. 'Tis hard. A young man's married is a man that's marred. Therefore away, and leave her bravely. Go. The king has done you wrong, but hush, 'tis so.
My mother greets me kindly. Is she well?
Oh, she's not well, but yet she has her health. She's very merry, but yet she is not well. But thanks be given, she's very well, and wants nothing in the world, but yet she is not well.
If she be very well, what does she ail that she's not very well?
Oh, truly, she's very well indeed, but for two things.
What two things?
One, that she's not in heaven, whether God sent her quickly. The other, that she's in earth, from whence God send her quickly.
Bless you, my fortunate lady.
I hope, sir, I have your good will to have mine own good fortune.
You had my prayers to lead them on and to keep them on. Have them still. Oh, my knave, how does my old lady?
Ah, so that you had her wrinkles and I her money, I would say she did as you say.
Why, I say nothing.
Marry, you are the wiser man, for many a man's tongue shakes out his master's undoing. To say nothing, to do nothing, to know nothing, and to have nothing is to be a great part of your title, which is within a very little of nothing.
Away, thou'rt a knave.
Oh, you should have said so before a knave. Thou'rt a knave. That's before me, thou'rt a knave. This has been truth, sir.
Go to, thou art a witty fool. I have found thee.
Did you find me in yourself, sir, or were you taught to find me? The search, sir, was profitable, and much fool may you find in you, even to the world's pleasure, and the increase of laughter.
A good knave, i'faith, and well fed. Madam, my lord will go away tonight. A very serious business calls on him. The great prerogative and right of love, which as your due time claims, he does acknowledge, but puts it off to a compelled restraint, whose want and whose delay is strewed with sweets, which they distill now in the curbed time, to make the coming hour overflow with joy and pleasure down the brim.
What's his will else?
That you will take your instant leave of the king and make this haste as your own good proceeding, strengthened with what apology you think may make it a prompt need.
What more commands he?
That having thus obtained, you presently attend his further pleasure.
In everything, I wait upon his will.
I shall report it so.
I pray you. Come, sirrah.
But I hope your lordship thinks not him a soldier.
Yes, my lord, and a very valiant a proof,
You have it from his own deliverance?
and by other warranted testimony.
Then my dial goes not true. I took this lock for a bunting.
I do assure you, my lord, he is very great in knowledge and according valiant.
I have then sinned against his experience and transgressed against his valor, and my state that way is dangerous, since I cannot yet find in my heart to repent. Here he comes. I pray you make us friends. I will pursue the amity.
These things shall be done, sir.
Pray you, sir. Who's his tailor?
Sir.
Oh, I know him well. I sir, he's sir a good workman, a very good tailor.
Is she gone to the king?
She is.
Will she away tonight?
As you'll have her.
I have writ my letters, casketed my treasure, given order for our horses, and tonight, when I should take possession of the bride, and ere I do begin.
A good traveler is something at the latter end of a dinner, but on that lies 3/3 and uses a known truth to pass 1,000 nothings with. Should be once hard and thrice beaten. God save you, Captain.
Is there any unkindness between my lord and you, monsieur?
I know not how I have deserved to run into my lord's displeasure.
You have made shift to run into it, boots and spurs and all. Like him that lapped into the custard, and out of it you'll be run again, rather than suffer question for your residence.
It may be you have mistaken him, my lord.
And shall do so ever, though I took him at his prayers. Pray you well, my lord, and believe this of me, there can be no kernel in this light nut. The soul of this man is his clothes. Trust him not in matter of heavy consequence. I have kept of them tame, and know their natures. Farewell, monsieur. I have spoken better of you than you have or will to deserve at my hand, but we must do good against evil.
An idle lord, I swear.
I think so.
Why, do you not know him?
Yes, I do know him well, and common speech gives him a worthy pass. Here comes my clog.
I have, sir, as I was commanded from you, spoke with the king and have procured his leave for present parting. Only he desires some private speech with you.
I shall obey his will. You must not marvel Helen at my course, which holds not color with the time, nor does the menstruation and required office on my particular. Prepared I was not. For such a business, therefore, am I found. So much unsettled. This drives me to entreat you, that presently you take away your home, and rather muse than ask why I entreat you. For my respects are better than they seem, and my appointments have in them a need greater than shews itself at the first view. To you that know them not, this to my mother, 'twill be 2 days ere I shall see you, so I leave you to your wisdom.
Sir, I can nothing say, but that I am your most obedient servant.
Come, come, no more of that.
And ever shall with true observance seek to eke that out that with wherein toward me my homely stars have failed to equal my great fortune.
Let that go. My haste is very great. Farewell, home.
Pray, sir, your pardon.
Well, what would you say?
I am not worthy of the wealth I owe, nor dare I say 'tis mine, and yet it is, but like a timiferous thief, most fain would steal. What law does vouch mine own?
What would you have?
Something, and scarce so much, nothing indeed. I would not tell you what I would, my lord. Faith, yes, strangers and foes do sunder and not kiss.
I pray you stay not, but in haste to horse.
I shall not break your bidding, good my lord. Where are my other men? Monsieur, farewell.
Go thou toward home, where I will never come, while I can shake my sword or hear the drum, away and for our flight.
Bravely, Coraggio. Jennifer, this is your.
I know. So that from point to point, now have you heard the fundamental reasons of this war? His great decision hath much blood let forth, and more thirst after.
Wholly seems the quarrel upon your grace's part, black and fearful on the opposer.
Therefore we marvel much our cousin France would, in so just a business, shut his bosom against our borrowing prayer.
Good my lord, the reasons of our state I cannot yield, but like a common and an outward man that the great figure of a council frames, by self unable motion, therefore dare not say what I think of it, since I have found myself in my uncertain grounds to fail as often as I guessed.
Be it his pleasure.
Kenny? Frenchman says, I am sure the younger of our nature that surfeit on their ease will day by day come here for physic.
Welcome shall they be, and all the honors that can fly from us shall on them settle. You know your places well, when better fall for your avails they fell. Tomorrow to the field.
It hath happened all as I would have had it, save that he comes not along with her.
By my troth, I take my young lord to be a very melancholy man.
By what observance, I pray you?
Why, he will look upon his boot and sing, mend the ruff and sing, ask questions and sing, pick his teeth and sing. I know a man that had this trick of melancholy hold a goodly manner for a song.
Let me see what he writes, and what he means, and when he means to come.
I have no mind to Isabel since I was at court. Our old Lings and our Isabels of the country are nothing like your old Ling and your Isabels of the court. The brains of my Cupid's knocked out, and I begin to love as an old man loves money with no stomach.
What have we here?
In that you have there.
A letter. I have sent you a daughter-in-law. She hath recovered the king and undone me. I have wedded her, not wedded her, and sworn to make the knot eternal. You shall hear I am run away. Know it before the report come. If there be breath enough in the world, I will hold a long distance. My duty to you, your unfortunate son, Bertram. This is not well, rash and unbridled, boy, to fly the favors of so good a king, to pluck his indignation on thy head, by the misprisings of a maid too virtuous for the contempt of empire.
Oh, madam, yonder is heavy news within between two soldiers and my young lady.
What is the matter?
Oh, nay, there is some comfort in the news, some comfort. Your son will not be killed so soon as I thought he would.
Why should he be killed?
So say I, madam, if he run away, as I hear he does, the danger is in standing to. That's the loss of men.
The loss of men.
Though it be getting.
Just keep going.
Okay.
Going.
Though it be. That's the loss of men, there'd be the getting of children. Here they will tell you more. For my part, I only hear your son was run away.
Save you, good madam.
Madam, my lord is gone, forever gone.
Think upon patience. Pray you, gentlemen. I have felt so many quirks of joy and grief that the first face of neither on the start can woman me unto it. Where is my son, I pray you?
Madam, he's gone to serve the Duke of Florence. We met him thitherward, for thence we came, and after some dispatch and handed court thither we bend again.
Look on his letter, madam. Here is my passport. When thou canst get the ring upon my finger, which never shall come off, and show me a child begotten of thy body that I am farther to, then call me husband. But in such a then I write a never. This is such a dreadful sentence.
Brought you this letter, gentlemen.
Aye, madam, but for the contents' sake, are sorry for our pains.
I prithee, lady, have a better cheer. If thou engrossest all the griefs of thine, thou robb'st me of a moiety. He was my son, but I do wash his name out of my blood, and thou art all my child. Toward Florence is he?
Matt, go ahead with these.
Aye, madam.
And to be a soldier.
Such is his noble purpose, and believeth the Duke will lay upon him all the honor that good convenience claims.
Return you thither.
Aye, madam, with the swiftest wing of speed.
Aye, madam, with the swiftest wing of speed.
Till I have no wife, I have nothing in France, 'tis bitter.
Find you that there?
Aye, madam.
'Tis but the boldness of his hand, haply, which his heart was not consenting to.
Nothing in France until he have no wife. There's nothing here that is too good for him, but only she. And she deserves a lord that 20 such rude boys might depend on, and call her hourly mistress. Who is with him?
A servant only, and a gentleman which I have sometime known.
Parole, was it not?
Aye, my good lady, he.
A very tainted fellow and full of wickedness. My son corrupts a well-derived nature with his inducement.
Indeed, good lady, the fellow has a deal of that too much which holds him much to have.
You're welcome, gentlemen. I will entreat you when you see my son to tell him that his sword can never win the honor that he loses. More, I'll entreat you to written to bear along.
We serve you, madam, in that and all your worthiest affairs.
Not so. But as we change our courtesies, will you draw near?
Till I have no wife, I have nothing in France. Nothing in France until he has no wife. Thou shalt have none, Russillia, none in France. Then hast thou all again? A poor lord is that I chase thee from thy country and expose those tender limbs of thine to the event of the nun-sparring war. And is it I that drive thee from the sportive court where thou wast shot at with fair eyes to be the mark of smoky muskets? Oh, you leaden messengers that ride upon the violent speed of fire, fly with false aim. Move the still spearing air that stings with piercing. Do not touch my lord. Whoever shoots at him, I set him there. Whoever charges on his forward breast, I am the caitiff that do hold him to it. And though I kill him not, I am the cause his death was so affected. Better 'twere I met the raven lion when he roared with sharp constraint of hunger. Better twere that all the miniseries which nature owes were mine at once. No, come thou home, Russillian. Whence honor but of danger wins a scar, as oft it loses all, I will be gone. My being here it is that holds thee hence. Shall I stay here to do it? No, no, although the aid of paradise did fan the house and angels officed all, I will be gone, that pitiful rumor may report my flight to consolate thine ear. Come, night and day, for with the dark poor thief I'll steal away.
I think there's a duke supposed to be coming.
I'm coming. Shit. Apologies.
69.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it flipped off. The general of our horse thou art, and we, great in our hope, lay our best love and credence upon thy promising fortune.
Sir, it is a charge too heavy for my strength, but yet will strive to bear it for your worthy sake, to the extreme edge of hazard.
I'm sorry. Then go thou forth, and fortune play upon thy prosperous home as thy auspicious mistress.
This very day, great Mars, I put myself into thy file. Make me but like my thoughts, and I shall prove a lover of thy drummer, hater of love.
Alas, and would you take the letter of her? Might you not know she would do as she has done by sending me a letter? Read it again. I am St. Jacques, pilgrim. Thither gone, ambitious love hath so in me offended, that barefoot plod, I the cold ground upon with sainted vow my faults to have amended. Right, that from the bloody course of war, my dearest master, your dear son, may hie, bless him at home in peace. Whilst I from far his name with zealous fervour sanctify, his taken labours bid me forgive. I his despiteful Juno sent him forth from courtly friends, with camping foes to live where death and danger dogs the heels of worth. He is too good and fair for death, and me, whom I myself embrace, to set him free. Ah, what sharp stings are in her mildest words! Rinaldo, you did never lack advice so much as letting her pass so. Had I spoke with her, I could have well diverted her intents, which thus she hath prevented.
Pardon me, madam. If I had given you this at overnight, she might have been o'erta'en, and yet she writes pursuit would be but vain.
What angel shall bless this unworthy husband? He cannot thrive, unless her prayers, whom heaven delights to hear and loves to grant, reprieve him from the wrath of greatest justice. Write, Rinaldo, to this unworthy husband of his wife. Let every word weigh heavy of her worth, that he doth weigh too light. My greatest grief, though little he do feel it, set down sharply. Dispatch the most convenient messenger. When haply he shall hear that she is gone, he will return. And I hope I may that she, hearing so much, will speed her foot again, led hither by pure love, which of them both is dearest to me. I have no skill in sense to make distinction. Provide this messenger. My heart is heavy, and mine age is weak. Grief would have tears, and sorrow bids me speak.
Nay, come, for if they do approach this city, we shall lose all the sight.
They say the French count has done most honorable service.
It is reported that he has taken their greatest commander, and that with his own hand he slew the Duke's brother. We have lost our labor. They've gone a contrary way. Hark, you may know by their trumpets.
Come, let's return again, and suffice ourselves with a report of it. Well, Diana, take heed of this French earl. The honor of a maid is her name, and no legacy is so rich as honesty.
I've told my neighbor how you have been solicited by a gentleman, his companion.
Oh, I know that knave. Hang him. One Paroli's a filthy officer. He is in those suggestions for the young. Beware of them, Diana. Their promises, enticements, oaths, tokens, and all these engines of lust are not the things they go under. Many a maid has been seduced by them, and the misery is example that so terribly shows in the rack of maidenhood cannot for all that dissuade succession, but they are limed with the twigs that threatens. I hope I need not to advise you further, but I hope your own grace will keep you from where you are, though there were no further danger known, but the modesty which is so lost.
You shall not need to fear me.
I hope so. Look, here comes the pilgrim. I know she will lie at my house. Thither they send one another. I'll question her. God save you, pilgrim. Whither are you bound?
To Saint Jacques le Grand. Where do the Palmers lodge, I do beseech you?
At the St. Francis, here beside the port.
Is this the way?
Aye, marry it is. Hark you, they come this way. If you will tarry, holy pilgrim, but till the troops come by, I will conduct you where you should be lodged. The rather, for I think I know your hostess as ample as myself.
Is it yourself?
If you shall please, so pilgrim.
I thank you, and will stay upon your leisure.
You came, I think, from France?
I did so.
Here you shall see a countryman of yours that has done worthy service.
His name, I pray you?
Count Roussillon, do you know such a one?
But by the ear that hears most nobly of him, his face I know not.
Whatsoever he is, he's bravely taken here. He stole from Francis, 'tis reported, for the king had married him against his liking. Think you it is so?
I surely mere the truth. I know his lady.
There is a gentleman that serves the count, reports but coarsely of her.
What's his name?
Monsieur Parley's?
Oh, I believe with him. In argument of praise or to the worth of the great count himself, she is too mean to have her name repeated. All her deserving is a reserved honesty, and that I have not heard examined.
Alas, poor lady, 'tis a hard bondage to become the wife of a detesting lord.
Aye, right, good creature. Whoever she is, her heart weighs sadly. This young maid might do her a shrewd turn if she pleased.
How do you mean? Maybe the amorous count solicits her in the unlawful purpose.
Oh, he does indeed, and brogues with all that can in such a suit corrupt the tender honor of a maid. But she is armed for him and keeps her guard in honestest defense.
The gods forbid else.
Oh, so now they come. That is Antonio, the Duke's eldest son. That's Aeschylus.
Which is the Frenchman?
He, that with the plume. 'Tis a most gallant fellow. Oh, would he loved his wife. If he were honester, he were much goodlier. Is not a handsome gentleman?
I like him well.
'Tis pity he is not honest. Yon's that same knave that leads him to these places. Were I his lady, I would poison that vile rascal.
Which is he?
That jackanapes with scarce. Why is he melancholy?
Perchance he's hurt in the battle.
Lose our drum? Well,
He's shrewdly vexed at something. Look, he has spied us.
Marry, hang you.
And your courtesy for a ring carrier.
And the troop is past. Come, pilgrim, I will bring you where you shall host. In joint penitence, there's 4 or 5 to great Jacques bound, already at my house.
I humbly thank you. Please, it this matron and this gentlemaid to eat with us tonight, the charge and thanking shall be for me, and to requite you further, I will bestow some percepts of this virgin worthy note.
We'll take your offer
Take
kindly.
your offer kindly.
okay, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
While
Aye.
we're stopped, Ken, if you can try, I think maybe what's going on is that you have Zoom open in 2 windows.
Yeah.
So see
Yeah,
if
I
you
should
can get
come
rid
on
of
through some other portal.
Get rid of out of one.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you ask?
I think you may be in Zoom in 2 windows.
Uh-huh. I might be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go off and try to come back again.
Great.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, no,
Talk
it's
about reverberating effect.
yeah,
Ah,
it's like it's just too long of a delay that it's not just like an echo. It just becomes really distracting.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Now, I have
that's
a
why.
question, y'all. I got 2 notes on my own personal computer that my internet wasn't steady. Am I having problems too?
You've cut in 2 or 3 times, but so you
Yes.
came back so quickly that it was just a moment. It was just a moment. So
So other than that, it's pretty steady.
from my hearing
Yes.
here in Connecticut.
All right,
Yeah.
because I got 2 things on that, and that was annoying for me. But yeah, that had nothing to do with the echoing. That was just me being concerned that when I got 2 things that said your internet is unsteady, I said, so what happened? It just cut out?
It was just a quick, like
Yeah.
we didn't hear you and then you were back.
Right.
It's a drag.
And then on my end, the people across the street are having their lawn people blowing leaves. I'm like, jeez Louise.
Yeah, we can't hear that
We're
at
all
all.
up
That's
today.
fine.
All right, good.
All right.
The other thing, King Michael, with having a lower internet connection is there is a lag. You can tell based on your whatever you want to call it frame rate that your internet connection is on the weaker end.
Is that constant?
Yeah, there's if
That
anyone's
could
gonna,
have to do with my background too. That could be have to do with me having a picture background. I know that Angus said that. Yeah.
What was that artificial intelligence character that went up there for Bertram?
Yeah, what was that?
That blew
Well,
my mind away.
so I have two. When I click video, I see that there's an integrated camera and there's a Lenovo avatar camera. And even though I just clicked video, apparently I selected the other webcam, which made me a cartoon.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm speaking to this creature.
It was very interesting. I see that Ken has raised his hand. Ken, are you with us?
I mean, it
going
looks
without a
like you're
background.
back, Ken, and it shows that you're.
And then he just dropped. He's not in our.
It
He's
looks
Could
like
make-
he's
could-
both an attendee and in participants. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll
change
change
my-
them to
I'm not
panelist.
doing the background anymore.
I'm having difficulty hearing Helena Valentina. Her
Yeah.
volume seems very low.
very
Turn
quiet.
your volume up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just took off my background, my virtual background, so I don't have a background anymore. Maybe that'll be better with the frame. Does it look better? I don't know. Because I know, like Angus said, it takes time to read the
It also,
fake background.
yeah, it's refreshing the screen and it's using a lot of memory. So if you're not,
Yeah.
if your machine isn't really clear, having a
Yeah.
background can
Oh.
cause you problems.
So I took it off. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm back. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but I
much
heard you
better.
echoed before again.
And we're only
That-
hearing ourselves
Good,
once.
good.
Yeah, it seems to have taken care of
Okay.
it, Ken. That's great.
Excellent.
All
That's
Now
good.
we're at scene 6, act 3, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
page 78.
All right. Let's resume.
Woohoo.
Okay, I think I have the first line here. I'm trying to find my place.
Yep. Halfway down 78.
Okay.
Captain E.
Nay, good my lord, put him to it. Let him have his way.
Not if your lordship find him not a holding. Hold me no more in your respect.
On my life, my lord, a bubble.
Do you think I am so far deceived in him?
Believe it, my lord, in mine own direct knowledge, without any malice but to speak of him as my kinsman, he's a most notable coward, an infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise breaker, the owner of no one good quality worthy your lordship's entertainment.
It were fit you knew him, least reposing too far in his virtue, which he hath not. He might at some great and trusty business in a main danger fail you.
I would I knew in what particular action to try him.
None better than to let him fetch off his drum, which you hear him so confidently undertake to do.
I, with a troop of Florentines, will suddenly surprise him. Such I will have, whom I am sure he knows not from the enemy. We will bind and hoodwink him so that he shall suppose no other but that he is carried into the ledger of the adversaries, leaguer of the adversaries, when we bring him to our own tents. Be but your lordship present at his examination. If he do not, for the promise of his life and in the highest compulsion of base fear, offer to betray you and deliver all the intelligence in his power against you, and that with the divine forfeit of his soul upon oath, never trust my judgments in anything.
Oh, for the love of laughter, let him fetch his drum. He says he has a stratagem for it. When your lordship sees the bottom of the success in it, and to what metal this counterfeit lump of ours will be meted if you give him not John Drum's entertainment, your inclining cannot be removed. Here he comes.
Oh, for the love of laughter, hinder not the honor of his design. Let him fetch off his drum in any hand.
How now, monsieur? This drum sticks sorely in your disposition.
Pox on it, let it go. 'Tis but a drum.
But a drum? 'Tis but a drum so lost. There was excellent command to charge in with our horse upon our own wings and rend our own soldiers.
That was not to be blamed in the command of the service. It was disaster of war that Caesar himself could not have prevented if there had been there to command.
Well, we cannot greatly condemn our success. Some dishonor we had in the loss of that drum, but it is not to be recovered.
It might have been recovered.
It might, but it is not now.
It is to be recovered, but that the merit of service is seldom attributed to the true and exact performer. I would have that drum or another, or hic jacet.
Why, if you have a stomach too, monsieur, if you think your mystery and strategy can bring this instrument of honor again into his native quarter, be magnanimous in the enterprise and go on. I will grace the attempt for a worthy exploit. If you speed well in it, the Duke shall both speak of it and extend to you what further becomes of his greatness, even to the utmost syllable of your worthiness.
By the hand of a soldier, I will undertake it.
But you must now not slumber in it.
I'll about it this evening, and I will presently pen down my dilemmas, encourage myself in my certainty, put myself into mortal preparation, and by midnight look here further from me.
May I behold to acquaint his grace you are gone about it.
I know not what the success will be, my lord, but the attempt I vow.
I know that thou art valiant, and to the possibility of thy soldiership will subscribe for thee. Farewell.
I love not many words.
No more than a fish loves water. Is not this a strange fellow, my lord, that so confidently seems to undertake this business, which he knows is not to be done, damns himself to do, and dares better be damned than to do it?
You do not know him, my lord, as we do. Certain it is that he will steel himself into a man's favor, and for a week escape a great deal of discoveries, but when you find him out, you have him ever after.
Why do you think he will make no deed at all of this, so that seriously he doth address himself unto?
None in the world, but return with an invention and clap upon you 2 or 3 probable lies, but we have almost embossed him. You shall see his fall tonight, for indeed he is not for your lordship's respect.
We'll make you some sport with the fox ere we case him. He was first smoked by the old Lord Lefeu in his disguise, and he is parted. Tell me what a sprat you shall find him, what you shall see this very night.
I must go look my twigs. He shall be caught.
Your brother, he shall go along with me.
As it please your lordship, I'll leave you.
Now will I lead you to the house and show you the lass I spoke of.
But you say she's honest.
That's all the fault. I spoke with her but once and found her wondrous cold. But I sent to her by this same that we have in the wind tokens and letters, which she did resend. And this is all I have done. She's a fair creature. Will you go see her?
With all my heart, my lord.
misdoubt me that I am not she, I know not how I shall assure you further, but I shall lose the grounds I work upon.
Though my estate be fallen, I was well born, nothing acquainted with these businesses, and I would not put my reputation in any staining act.
Nor would I wish you. First give me trust the Count he is my husband, and what to your sworn counsel I have spoken is so from word to word, and then you cannot, by the good aid that I of you shall borrow, err in bestowing it.
I should believe you, for you have shown me that which well approves you are in great fortune.
Take this purse of gold, and let me buy your friendly help thus far, which I will overpay and pay again when I have found it. The Count, he woos your daughter, lays down his wanton siege before her beauty, to carry her. Let her in fine consent, as will direct her how 'tis best to bear it. Now his important blood will not deny that she'll demand a ring the county wears, that downward hath succeeded in his house from son to son some 4 or 5 descents since the first father wore it. This ring he holds in most rich choice, yet his idle fire to bury his will, it would not seem too dear, however repented after.
Now I see the bottom of your purpose.
You see it lawful, then. It is no more but that your daughter, ere she seems a one, desires this ring, appoints him an encounter, in fine, delivers me, to fill the time, herself most chastely absent. After, to marry her, I'll add 3,000 crowns to what is past already.
I have yielded. Instruct my daughter how she shall persevere, that time and place with this deceitful, so lawful, may prove coherent. And every night he comes with music of all sorts and songs composed to her unworthiness. If nothing steeds us, chide him from our eaves, for he persists as if his life laid on it.
Why then tonight, let us essay our plot, which, if it speed, is wicked meaning in a lawful deed, and lawful meaning in a lawful act, where both's not sin and yet a sinful fact. But let's about it.
He can come no other way but by
He
this.
can come no other way but by this hedge corner. When you sally upon him, speak what terrible language you will, though you understand it not yourselves, no matter. For we must not seem to understand him, unless someone among us whom we must produce for an interpreter. I think that's Angus.
Good captain, let me be the interpreter.
Art not acquainted with him? Knows he not thy voice?
No, sir, I warrant you.
But what linsey-woolsey hast thou to speak to us again?
In such as you speak to me.
He must think us some band of strangers in the adversary's entertainment. Now he hath a smack of all neighboring languages, therefore we must every one be a man of his own fancy, not not to know what we speak one to another. So we seem to know is to know straight hard purpose. Choff's language, gabble enough and good enough. As for you, interpreter, you must seem very politic, but coach ho! Here he comes to beguile 2 hours in a sleep, and then to return and swear the lies he forges.
10 o'clock. Within these 3 hours will be time enough to go home. What shall I say I have done? It must be a very plausive invention that carries it. They begin to smoke me, and disgraces have of late knocked too often at my door. I find my tongue is too foolhardy, but my heart hath the fear of Mars before it, and of his creatures, not daring the reports of my tongue.
Ah, this is the first truth that e'er thine own tongue was guilty of.
What the devil should move me to undertake the recovery of this drum, being not ignorant of the impossibility, and knowing I had no such purpose? I must give myself some hurts, and say I got them in or exploit. Yet slight ones will not carry it. They will say, I came you off with so little, and great ones I dare not give. Wherefore, what's the instance? Tongue, I must put you in a butter woman's mouth, and buy myself another of Balza's mule, if you will prattle me into these perils.
Is it possible he should know what he is and be that he is?
I would the cutting of my garments would serve the turn, or the breaking of my Spanish sword,
We cannot afford you so.
or the bearing of my beard, and to say it was in stratagem,
'Twould not do.
or to drown my clothes, and say I was stripped.
Hardly serve.
So I was swore I leapt from the window in the citadel.
How deep?
30 fathom.
Ah, 3 great oaths would scarce make that be believed.
I would I had any drum of the enemies, and I would swear I recovered it.
You shall hear one anon.
A drum now of the enemies.
Throcum ovosus cargo, 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 cargo. Vilianda par corbo cargo.
Oh, ransom, ransom, do not hide mine eyes.
Bocos Thoromoldo Boscos.
I know you are the Muscos regiment, and I shall lose my life for want of language. If there be here German or Dane, Low Dutch, Italian or French, let him speak to me. I'll discover that which shall undo the Florentine.
Boscos Vovando, I understand thee and can speak thy tongue. Kerele Bontos, betake thee to thy faith, for 17 poniards are at thy bosom.
Oh,
Oh, pray, 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 manca revian vania dulce.
Oscar dulcos volivorco.
The general is content to spare thee yet, and hoodwinked as thou art, will lead thee on to gather from thee. Haply thou mayst inform something to save thy life.
let me live, and all the secrets of our camp I'll show. They're the forts, their purposes. Nay, I'll speak that which you would wonder at.
But wilt thou faithfully?
If I do not, damn me.
Accordo linta. Come on, thou art granted space.
Go tell the Count Rosilian and my brother we have caught the woodcock, and will keep him till we do hear from them.
Captain, I will.
It will betray us all unto ourselves. Inform on that.
I will, sirs. So I will, sir.
Till then, I'll keep him dark and safely locked.
They told me that your name was Fontibel.
No, my good lord, Diana.
Titled goddess, and worth it with addition, but fair soul, in your fine frame hath no love, no quality? If the quick fire of youth light not your mind, you are no maiden, but a monument. When you are dead, you shall be such a one as you are now. For you are cold and stern, and now you should be as your mother was, when your sweet self was got.
She then was honest.
So should you be.
No. My mother did but duty, such, my lord, as you owe to your wife.
No more at that. I pray thee do not strive against my vows. I was compelled to her, but I love thee. By love's own sweet constraint, and will forever do thee all rights of service.
Aye, so you serve us till we serve you. But when you have our roses, you barely leave our thorns to prick ourselves and mock us with our bareness.
How I have sworn.
'Tis not the many oaths that makes the truth, but the plain single vow that is vowed true. What is not holy, that we swear not by, but take the highest to witness. Then pray you tell me, if I should swear by Jove's great attributes, I loved you dearly, would you believe my oaths when I did love you ill? This has no hold need to swear by him whom I protest to love that I will work against him. Therefore, your oaths are words and poor conditions, but unsealed at least in my opinion.
Change it. Change it. Be not so wholly cruel. Love is holy, and my integrity never knew the crafts that you do charge men with. Stand no more off, but give thyself unto my sick desires. Who then recovers? Say thou art mine, and ever my love as it begins shall so persevere.
I see that men make ropes in such a scar that we'll forsake ourselves. Give me that ring.
I'll lend it to thee, my dear, but have no power to give it from me.
Will you not, my lord?
It is an honor longing to our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors, which were the greatest oblique in the world, in me to loose.
Mine honors such a ring. My chastity is the jewel of our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors, which were the greatest obloquy in the world than me to lose. Thus your own proper wisdom brings in the champion honor on my part against your vain assault.
Here, take my ring, my house, mine honor, yet my life be thine, and ill be bid by thee.
When midnight comes, knock at my chamber window. I'll order take, my mother shall not hear. Now will I charge you in the band of truth, when you have conquered yet my yet maiden bed, remain there but an hour, nor speak to me. My reasons are most strong, and you shall know them, when back again this ring shall be delivered. And on your finger in the night I'll put another ring, that what in time proceeds may token to the future our past deeds. Adieu till then fail not. You have won a wife of me, though there my hope be done.
A heaven on earth I have won by wooing thee.
For which, live on to thank both heaven and me, you may so in the end. My mother told me just how he would woo, as if she'd say in his heart. She says, all men have the like oaths. He had sworn to marry me when his wife's dead. Therefore I'll lie with him when I am buried. Since Frenchmen are so brave, married that will, I live and die a maid. Only in this disguise, I think it no sin to cozen him that would unjustly win.
You have not given him his mother's letter.
Ah, I have delivered it an hour since. There is something in it that stings his nature, for on the reading it, he changed almost into another man.
He hath most worthy blame laid upon him for shaking off so good a wife and so sweet a lady.
Especially he hath incurred the everlasting displeasure of the king, who had even tuned his bounty to sing happiness to him. I will tell you a thing, but you shall let it dwell darkly with you.
When you have spoken it, 'tis dead, and I am the grave of it.
He hath perverted a young gentlewoman here in Florence of a most chaste renown, and this night he fleshes his will in the spoil of her honor. He hath given her his monumental ring, and thinks himself made in the unchaste composition.
God delay our rebellion as we are ourselves, what things we are.
Merely our own traitors. And as in the common course of all treasons, we still see them reveal themselves till they attain to their abhorred ends. So he that in this action contrives against his own nobility in his proper stream offlows himself.
Is it not meant damnable in us to be trumpeters of our own unlawful intents? We shall not then have his company tonight.
Not till after midnight, for he is dieted to his hour.
No, that approaches apace. I would gladly have him see his company anathemized, that he might take a measure of his own judgments, wherein so curiously he hath set this counterfeit.
We will not meddle with him till he come, for his presence must be the whip of the other.
In the meantime, what hear you of these wars?
I hear there is an overture of peace.
Nay, I assure you, a peace is concluded.
What will Count Rosilian do then? Will he travail higher or return again into France?
I perceive by this demand you are not altogether of his counsel.
Let it be forbid, sir. So should I be a great deal of his act.
Sir, his wife some 2 months since fled from his house. Her pretence is a pilgrimage to Saint Jacques le Grand, which holy undertaking with most austere sanctimony she accomplished, and there residing, the tenderness of her nature became as a prey to her grief. In fine, made a groan of her last breath, and now she sings in heaven.
How is this justified?
The stronger part of it by her own letters, which makes her story true, even to the point of her death. Her death itself, which could not be her office to say is come, was faithfully confirmed by the rector of the place.
Hath the Count all this intelligence?
Aye, and the particular confirmations point from point to the full arming of the verity.
I am heartily sorry that he'll be glad of this.
How mightily sometimes we make us comforts of our losses.
And how mightily some other times we drown our gain in tears. The great dignity that his valour hath here acquired for him shall at home be encountered with a shame as ample.
The web of our life is as of a mingled yarn, good and ill together. Our virtues would be proud if our faults whipped them not, and our crimes would despair if they were not cherished by our virtues. Oh, now, where is your master?
He met the Duke in the street, sir, of whom he has taken a solemn leave. His lordship will next morning for France. The Duke has offered him letters of commendation to the king.
They shall be no more than needful there, if they were more than they can commend.
They cannot be too sweet for the king's tartness. Here's his lordship now. How now, my lord? Is it not after midnight? I have tonight dispatched 16 businesses. A month's length apiece by an abstract of success. I have congeed with the Duke, done my adieu with his nearest, buried a wife, mourned for her, writ to my mother, I am returning, entertained my convoy, and between these main parcels of dispatch, effected many nicer needs. The last was the greatest, but that I have not ended yet.
If the business be of any difficulty, and this morning your departure hence, it requires haste of your lordship.
I mean the business is not ended, as fearing to hear of it hereafter, but shall we have this dialogue between the fool and the soldier? Come, bring forth this counterfeit module. He's deceived me like a double-meaning prophecy.
Bring him forth. He sat at the stocks all night, poor gallant knave.
No matter. His heels have deserved it, in usurping his spurs for so long. How does he carry himself?
I have told your lordship already, the stocks carry him. But to answer you as you would be understood, he weeps like a wench that had shed her milk. He hath confessed himself to Morgan, whom he supposes to be a friar, from the time of his remembrance to this very instant disaster of his setting in the stocks. And what think you he hath confessed?
Nothing of me, then?
His confession is taken, and it shall be read to his face. If your lordship be in it, as I believe you are, you must have the patience to hear it.
A plague upon him, muffled. He can say nothing of me. Hush, hush.
Hoodman comes. Porta Tartarossa.
He calls for the tortures. What will you say without him?
I will confess what I know without constraint. If ye pinch me like a pasty, I can say no more.
Bosco Chimurco.
Poblibindo Cercamurco.
You are a merciful general. Our general bids you answer to what I shall ask you out of a note.
Truly, as I hope to live.
First demand of him, how many horse the Duke is strong. What say you to that?
5 or 6,000, but very weak and unserviceable. The troops are all scattered, and the commanders very poor rogues. Upon my reputation and credit, as I hope to live.
Shall I set down your answer so?
Do I'll take my sacrament on it. How and which way you will, all's one to him.
What a past-saving slave is this?
You're deceived, my lord. This is Monsieur Paroles, the gallant militarist, that was his own phrase, that had the whole theory of war in the knot of his scarf and the practice in the shape of his dagger.
I will never trust a man again for keeping his sword clean, nor believe he can have everything in him by wearing his apparel neatly.
Well, that's set down.
5 or 6,000 horse, I said, and I will say true, and thereabouts set down, for I'll speak truth.
He's very near the truth in this.
But I con him no thanks, for in the nature he delivers it.
Poor rogues, I pray you say.
Well, that's set down.
I humbly thank you, sir. A truth's a truth. The rogues are marvelous poor.
Demand of him what strength they are afoot. What say you to that?
By my troth, sir, if I were to live this present hour, I will tell true. Let me see. Spurio, 150. Sebastian, so many. Corandus, so many. Jacques, so many. Gultian, Cosmo, Ludwig, Grete, 250 each. Mine own company, Christopher, Vormund, Benji, 250 each, so that the muster file, rotten and sound, upon my life, amounts to not more than 15,000 pole, half of which dare not shake the snow from off their cossets, lest they shake themselves to pieces.
What shall be done to him?
Nothing, but let him have thanks. Demand of him my condition, what credit I have with the Duke.
Well, that's set down. You shall demand of him whether one Captain Dumaine be of the camp, a Frenchman, what his reputation is with the Duke, what his valour, honesty, and expertness in wars, or whether he thinks it were not possible with well-weighing sums of gold to corrupt him to a revolt. What say you to this? What do you know of it?
I beseech you, let me answer to the particular of the interrogatories. Demand them singly.
Do you know this Captain Dumaine?
I know him. He was a botcher's apprentice in Paris, from whence he was whipped for getting the Shreve's fool with child, a dumb innocent that could not say him nay.
Nay, by your leave, hold your hands, though I know his brains are forfeit to the next tile that falls.
Well, is this captain in the Duke of Florence camp?
Upon my knowledge he is, and Losey.
Nay, look not so upon me. We shall hear of your lord anon.
What's his reputation with the Duke?
The Duke knows him for no other but a poor officer of mine, and writ to me the other day to turn him out of the band. I think I have his letter in my pocket.
Oh, marry, we'll search him.
In goodness, sadness, I do not know. Either it is there or it is upon a file with the Duke's other letters in my tent.
Well, here it is. Here's a paper. Shall I read it to you?
I do not know if it be it or no.
Our interpreter does it well.
Excellently.
Diane, the Count's a fool and full of gold.
That is not the Duke's letter, sir. That is an advertisement to a proper maid in Florence, one Diana, to take heed of the allurement of one Count Rossillon, a foolish idle boy, but for all that very ruttish. I pray you, sir, put it up again.
Nay, I'll read it first, by your favour.
My meaning in it, I protest, I was very honest in the behalf of the maid, for I knew the young count to be a dangerous and lascivious boy, who is a whale to virginity and devours up all the fry it finds.
Damnable, both sides, rogue.
Let when he swears oaths, bid him drop gold and take it after he scores. He never pays the score. Half won is match well made, match and we'll well make it. He ne'er pays after debts, take it before, and say a soldier, Diane, told thee this. Men are to mell with, boys are not to kiss. For count of this, the count's a fool, I know it, who pays before, but not when he does owe it. Thine as he vowed to thee in thine ear, Parolas.
He shall be whipped through the army with his rhyme in his forehead.
This is your devoted friend, sir, the manifold linguist and the army-potent soldier.
I could endure anything before but a cat, and now he's a cat to me.
I perceive, sir, by your general's looks, we shall be fain to hang you.
My life, sir, in any case, not that I am afraid to die, but that my offences being many, I would repent out the remainder of my nature. Let me live, sir, in a dungeon, in the stocks, or anywhere, till I may live.
We'll see what may be done, so you confess freely. Therefore, once more to this Captain Dumaine. You have answered to his reputation with the Duke and to his valour. What's his honesty?
He will steal, sir, an egg out of a cloister. For rapes and ravishments he parallels Nessus. He professes not keeping of oaths. In breaking them he is stronger than Hercules. He will lie, sir, with such volubility that you would think truth were a fool. Drunkenness is his best virtue, for he will be swine drunk, and in his sleep he does little harm, save to his bedclothes around him. But they know his conditions and lay him in straw. I have but little more to say of his honesty. He has everything that an honest man should not have. What an honest man should have, he has nothing.
I begin to love him for this.
For this description of thine honesty, a pox upon him for me. He's more and more a cat.
What say you to his expertness in war?
Oh, faith, sir, hath led the drums before the English tragedians. To belie him I will not, and more of his soldiership I know not, except that in that country he had the honor to be an officer at the place there called Miles End, to instruct for the doubling of files. I would do the man whatever honor I can, but of this I am not certain.
Yet thou villainy so far that the rarity redeems him.
A pox on him. He's a cat still.
His qualities being at this poor price, I need not to ask you if gold will corrupt him to revolt.
Sir, for a card cave, he will sell the fee simple of his salvation, the inheritance of it, and cut the entail from all remainders, and a perpetual succession for it perpetually.
What's his brother, the other Captain Dumaine?
Why does he ask him of me?
But what's he?
E'en a crow in the same nest, not altogether so great as the first in goodness, but greater a great deal in evil. He excels his brother for a coward, yet his brother is reputed the best that he is. In a retreat, he'll outruns any lackey. Marry and coming on, he has the cramp.
If your life be saved, will you undertake to betray the Florentine?
Aye, and the captain of the horse, Count Rossillon.
I'll whisper with the general and know his pleasure.
I'll no more drumming, a plague on all drums, only to seem to deserve well and to beguile the supposition of that lascivious young boy, the count. Have I run into this danger? Yet who would have suspected an ambush where I was taken?
Well, there is no remedy, sir. You must die, the general says. You that have so traitorously discovered the secrets of your army and made such pestiferous reports of men very nobly held, can serve the world for no honest use. Therefore you must die. Come, headsman, off with his head.
Oh, Lord, let me live. Lord, let me see my death.
That shall you, and take your leave of all your friends. So look about you. Know you any here?
Good morrow, noble captain.
God bless you, Captain Parolles.
God save you, noble captain.
Captain, what greeting will you to my Lord Lafeu? I am for France.
Good captain, will you give me a copy of the sonnet you wrote to Diana in behalf of the Count Rossillon? And I were not a very coward, I'd compel it of you. Fare you well.
You are undone, captain, all but your scarf that has a knot on it.
Who cannot be crushed with a plot?
If you could find out a country where but women were that had received so much shame, you might begin an impudent nation. Fare you well, sir. I'm for France too. We shall speak of you there.
Yes, yet am I grateful. If my heart were great, 'twould burst at this. Captain, I'll be no more, but I will eat and drink and sleep as soft as Captain shall. Simply the thing I am shall make me live. Who knows himself a braggart, let him fear this, for it will come to pass that every braggart shall be found an ass. Rust sword, cool blushes, and Parolles live, safest in shame, being fooled by foolery thrive. There's place and means for every man alive. I'll after them.
That you may well perceive I have not wronged you. One of the greatest in the Christian world shall be my certy, for whose throne 'tis needful, ere I can perfect mine intents, to kneel. Time was I did him a desired office, dear almost as his life, which gratitude, though flintly Tartar's bosom, would peep forth and answer thanks. I duly am informed his grace is at Mauritius, to which place we have convenient convoy. You must know I am supposed dead, the army breaking, my husband hies his home, where heaven aiding, and by the leave of my good lord the king, will be before our welcome.
Gentlemen, you never had a servant to whose trust your business was more welcome.
Nor your mistress. Ever a friend whose thoughts more truly labor to recompense your love. Doubt not, but heaven hath brought me to your your daughter's dower, as it hath fated her to be my motive and helper to a husband. But oh, strange men that can such sweet use make of what they hate, when saucy trustings of the conzoned thoughts defiles the pitchy night. So lust doth play with what it loads for that which is away. But more of this hereafter. You, Diana, under my poor instructions, yet must suffer something in my behalf.
Let death and honesty go with your impositions. I am yours upon your will to suffer.
Yet I pray you, but with the word the time will bring on summer, when briars shall have leaves as well as thorns, and be as sweet as sharp, we must away. Our wagon is prepared, and time revives us. All's well that ends well. Still defines the crown. Wherever the course, the end is the renown.
No, no, no. Your son was misled with a snipped taffeta fellow there, whose villainous saffron would have made all the unbaked and doughy youth of a nation in his color. Your daughter-in-law had been alive at this hour, and your son here at home, more advanced by the king than by that red-tailed humble bee I speak of.
I would I had not known him. It was the death of the most virtuous gentlewoman that ever nature had praised for creating. If she had partaken of my flesh and cost me the dearest groans of a mother, I could not have owed her a more rooted love.
Oh, 'twas a good lady, 'twas a good lady. We may pick 1,000 salads over ere light on such another herb.
Indeed, sir, she was the sweet marjoram of the salad, or rather the herb of grace.
They're not herbs, you knave. They are nose herbs.
Oh, I am no great Nebuchadnezzar, sir. I have not much skill in grace.
Whether dost thou profess thyself a knave or a fool?
Oh, a fool, sir, at a woman's service, and a knave at a man's.
Your distinction?
I would chosen cousin the man of his wife, and do his service.
So you were a knave at his service, indeed.
And I would give his wife my bauble, sir, to do his service.
I will subscribe for thee, for thou art both a knave and a fool.
At your service.
No, 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 no.
Why, sir, if I cannot serve you, I can serve as a great prince as you are.
Who's that, a Frenchman?
Faith, sir, has an English mane, but his physiognomy is more hotter in France than here.
What prince is that?
The Black Prince, sir, alias the Prince of Darkness, alias the Devil.
Oh, there's my First, I give thee not this to suggest thee from thy master. Thou talkest off. Serve him still.
Oh, I'm a woodland fellow, sir, that always loved a great fire, and the master I speak of ever keeps a good fire. But sure he is the prince of the world. Let his nobility remain in's court. I am for the house with the narrow gate, which I take to be too little for pomp to enter. Some that humble themselves may, but the manny will be too chill and tender, and they'll be for the flowery way that leads to the broad gate and the great fire.
Go thy way. I begin to be wary of thee, and I tell thee so before, because I would not fall out with thee. Go thy ways. Let my horses be well looked to, without any tricks.
If I put any tricks upon 'em, sir, they shall be jades' tricks, which are their own right by the law of nature.
A shrewd knave and an unhappy.
So I is. My lord that's gone made himself much sport out of him. By his authority he remains here, which he thinks is a patent for his sauciness, and indeed he has no pace, but runs where he will.
I like him well. 'Tis not amiss. I was about to tell you, since I heard of the good lady's death, and that my lord your son was upon his return home, I moved the king my master to speak in the behalf of my daughter, which in the minority of them both his majesty out of a self-gracious remembrance did first propose. His highness hath promised me to do it, and to stop up the displeasure he hath conceived against your son. There is no fitter matter. How does your ladyship like it?
With very much content, my lord, and I wish it happily effected.
Oh, his host comes post from Marseilles, of an able body as when he numbered 30, as will he be here tomorrow, or am deceived by him that in such intelligence has seldom failed.
It rejoices me that I hope I shall see him ere I die. I have letters that my son will be here tonight. I shall beseech your lordship to remain with me till they meet together.
Oh, madam, I was thinking with that matters. I might safely be admitted.
You need but plead your honorable privilege.
Lady, of that I have made a bold charter, but I thank my God it holds yet.
Oh, madam, yonder's your son with a patch of velvet on's face. Whether there be a scar under it or no, the velvet knows, but 'tis a goodly patch of velvet. His left cheek is a cheek of 2 pile and a half, but his right cheek is worn bare.
A scar nobly got, or a noble scar, is a good livery of honor. So belike is that.
Ah, but it is your carabinadoed face.
Let us go see your son, I pray you. I long to talk with the young noble soldier.
Faith, there's a dozen of them, with delicate fine hats and most courteous feathers, which bow the head and nod at every man.
But this exceeding posting day and night must wear your spirits low. We cannot help it, but since you have made the days and nights as one, to wear your gentle limbs in my affairs, be bold you do so grow in my requital, as nothing can unroot you. In happy time, this man may help me to his majesty's ear, if he would spend his power. God save you, sir.
And you?
Sir, I have seen you in the court of France.
I have been sometimes there.
I do presume, sir, that you are not fallen from the report that goes upon your goodness, and therefore goaded from with most sharp occasions, which lay nice manners by. But I put you to the good use of your own virtues, for the which I shall continue thankful.
What's your will?
That it will please you to give this poor petition to the king, and aid me with the store of power you have to come into his presence.
The king's not here.
Not here, sir.
Not indeed. He hence removed last night, and with more haste than is his use.
Lord, how we lose our pains.
All's well that ends well yet. Though time seems so adverse and means unfit, I do beseech you, whether he gone?
Marry, as I take it, to Rossillon, whither I am going.
I do beseech you, sir, since you are like to see the king before me, commend the paper to his gracious hands, which I presume shall render you no blame, but rather make you thank your pains for it. I will come after you with what good speed our means will make us means.
This I'll do for you.
And you shall find yourself to be well thanked wherever falls more. We must to horse again. Go, go, provide.
Good Monsieur Lavache, give my Lord Lefew this letter. I have ere now been better known to you when I have held familiarity with fresher clothes, but I am now, sir, muddied in fortune's mood and smells somewhat strong of her strong displeasure.
Truly, fortune's displeasure is but sluttish if it smells so strongly as thou speakst of. I will henceforth eat no fish of fortune's buttering. Prithee, allow the wind.
Nay, you need not stop your nose, sir. I spake but by a metaphor.
Indeed, sir, if your metaphor stink, I will stop my nose, or against any man's metaphor. Prithee, get thee further.
Pray you, sir, deliver me the paper.
Fool! Ha! Prithee, stand away. A paper from fortune's close stool to give a nobleman. Look, here he comes himself. Ah, here is a pure fortune, sir, of fortune's cat, but not a muscat, for he's fallen into the unclean fish pond of a displeasure, and as he says, is muddied withal. Pray you, sir, use the carp as you may, for he looks like a poor decayed ingenious foolish rascally knave. I do pity his distress, but my smiles of comfort, and leave him to your lordship.
My lord, I am a man whom fortune hath cruelly scratched.
Oh, and what would you have me to do? 'Tis too late to par her nails now. Wherein have you played the knave with fortune that she should scratch you, who of herself is a good lady, and would not have knaves thrive long under? There's a cadeau for you. Let the justices make you and fortune friends. I am for other business.
I beseech your honor to hear me one single word.
You beg a single penny more? Come, you shall have it.
My name, my good lord, is Parolus.
You beg more than word, and cocks my passion. Give me your hand. How does your drum?
Oh, my good lord, you were the first that found me.
Was I, forsooth? And I was the first that lost thee.
It lies in you, my lord, to bring me in some grace, for you did bring me out.
Oh, out upon thee, knave. Dost thou put upon me at once both the office of God and the devil? One brings thee in grace, and the other brings thee out. The king's coming, I know by his trumpets. Sirrah, acquire further of me. I had talk of you last night. Though you're a fool and a knave, you shall eat. Go to, fellow.
I praise God for you.
Oh, we lost a jewel of her, and our esteem was made much poorer by it. But your son is mad in folly, lacked the sense to know her estimation home.
Elizabeth, this is you.
Yeah.
Tis past, my liege. Oh, there we are. Okay. But no, unmute yourself, Elizabeth.
Unmute yourself.
Elizabeth, unmute. Unmute Elizabeth.
Sorry, my buttons weren't working. I apologize. 'Tis past, my liege, and I beseech your majesty to make it. Natural rebellion done in the blade of youth when oil and fire too strong for reason's force, or bears it and burns on.
My honored lady, I have forgiven and forgotten all, though my revengers were high bent upon him and watched that time to shoot.
Oh, this I must say, but first I beg my pardon. The young lord did to his majesty, his mother, and his lady offense of mighty note. But to himself the greatest wrong of all, he lost a wife, whose beauty did astonish the surveyor of richest eyes, whose words all ears took captive, whose deep perfection, hearts that scorn to serve, humbly called mistress.
Praising what is lost makes the remembrance dear. Call him hither. We are reconciled, and the first view shall kill all repetition. Let him not ask our pardon. The nature of his great offense is dead, and deeper than oblivion we do bury the incensing relics of it. Let him approach, a stranger, no offender, and inform him so 'tis our will he should.
I shall, my liege.
What says he to your daughter? Have you spoke?
All that he is hath reference to your highness.
Then shall we have a match? I have letters sent me that sets him in high fame.
He looks well on it.
I am not a day of season, for thou mayst see a sunshine and hail in me at once. But to the brightest beams, distracted clouds give way, so stand forth, the time is fair again.
My high repented blames, dear sovereign, pardon to me.
All is whole, not one word more of the consumed time. Let's take the instant by the forward top, for we are old, and on our quickest degrees the inaudible and noiseless foot of time steals ere we can effect them. You remember the daughter of this lord?
Admiringly, my liege. At first I struck my choice upon her, ere my heart durst make too bold a herald of my tongue, where the impression of mine eye in fixing contempt his scornful perspective did lend me, which warped the line of every other favor, scorned a fair color, or expressed it stolen, extended or contracted all proportions to a most hideous object. Thence it came that shall he who all men praised, and whom myself, since I have lost, have loved, was in mine eye the dust that did offend it.
Well excused. That thou didst love her strikes some scores away from the great Comte. But love that comes too late, like a remorseful pardon slowly carried to the greater sender, turns a sour offense, crying, that's gone, that's gone. Our rash faults make trivial price of serious things we have, not knowing them until we know their grave. Oft our displeasures to ourselves unjust destroy our friends, and after weep their dust. Our own love waking cries to see what's done, while shameful hate sleeps out the afternoon. By this sweet Helen's knell, and now be this sweet Helen's knell. And now forget her, send forth your amorous token for fair Maudlin. The main constants are here, and here we'll stay to see our widower's second marriage day, which better than the first. Oh, dear heavens bless, or ere they meet in me nature's cess.
Come on, my son, in whom my house's name must be digested. Give a favor from you to sparkle in the spirits of my daughter, that she may quickly come. By my old beard and every hair that's on it, Helen that's dead was a sweet creature. Such a ring as this, the last that ere I took her leave of court, I saw upon her finger.
Hers it was not.
No, pray you, let me see it. For mine eye, while I was speaking, oft was fastened to it. This ring was mine, and when I gave it Helen, I bid her, if ever her fortunes ever stood necessitated to help, that by this token I would relieve her. Had you that craft to relieve her of what should state her most?
My gracious sovereign, howe'er it pleases you to take it so, the ring was never hers.
Son, on my life I have seen her wear it, and she reckoned it at her life's rate.
I am sure I saw her wear it.
You are deceived, my lord. She never saw it. In Florence was it from a casement thrown me, wrapped in a paper, which contained the name of her that threw it. Noble she was, and though I stood engaged, but when I had subscribed to mine own fortune and informed her fully, I could not answer in that course of honor, as she had made the overture, she ceased in heavy satisfaction and would never receive the ring again.
Platus himself, that knowest the tinct of multiplying medicine, has not in nature's mystery more science than I have in this ring. 'Twas mine, 'twas Helen's. Whoever gave it you, then if you know that you are well acquainted with yourself, confess 'twas hers, and by what rough enforcement you got it from her. She called the saints to surety that she would never put it from her finger unless she gave it to yourself in bed, where you have never come, or sent to us upon her great disaster.
She never saw it.
Thou speakest falsely, as I love mine honor, and makest connectoral fears to come into me, which I would fain shut out, if it should prove that thou art so inhuman. 'Twill not prove so, and yet I know not. Thou didst hate her deadly, and she is dead, which nothing but to close her eyes myself could win me to believe more than to see this ring. Take him away! My force past proofs, howe'er the matter falls, shall tase my fears of little vanity, having vainly feared too little. Away with him. We'll sift this matter further.
If you shall prove this ring was ever hers, you shall as easy prove that I husbanded her bed in Florence. Yet she never was.
I'm wrapped in dismal thinkings.
Gracious sovereign, whether I have been to blame or no, I know not. Here's a petition from a Florentine who hath for 4 or 5 removes come short to tender it herself. I undertook it, vanquished thereto by the fair grace and speech of the poor suppliant, who by this I know is here attending. Her business looks in her with an importing visage, and she told me in a sweet verbal brief it did concern your highness with herself. A letter. Upon his many protestations to marry me when his wife was dead, I blush to say it, he won me. Now is the Count Rosilian a widower, his vows are forfeited to me, and my honours paid to him. He stole from Florence, taking no leave, and I follow him to his country for justice. Grant it me, O king. In you it best lies. Otherwise a seducer flourishes, and a poor maid is undone, Diana Capulet.
I will buy me a son-in-law in a fair. I'll none of him.
The heavens have thought well on thee, Lafeu, to bring forth this discovery. Seek these suitors, go speedily, and bring again the count. I am feared the life of Helen, lady, was foully snatched.
Now justice on the doers.
I wonder, sir, since wives are monsters to you, and that you fly them as you swear their lordship, yet you desire to marry. What woman's that?
I am, my lord, a wretched Florentine, derived from the ancient Capulet. My suit, as I do understand, you know, and therefore know how far I may be pitied.
I am her mother, sir, whose age and honor both suffer under this complaint we bring, and both shall cease without your remedy. Come hither, Count. Do you know these women?
My lord, I neither can nor will deny, but that I know them. Do they charge me further?
Why do you look so strange upon your wife?
She's none of mine, my lord.
You shall marry. You give away this hand, and that is mine. You give away heaven's vows, and those are mine. You give away myself, which is no mine. For I by vow am so embodied yours, that she which marries you must marry me, either both or none.
Your reputation comes too short for my daughter. You are no husband for her.
My lord, this is a fond and desperate creature, whom sometime I have laughed with. Let your highness lay a more noble thought upon mine honor, than for to think that I would sink it here.
Sir, for my thoughts you have them ill to friend, till your deeds gain them fairer. Prove your honor, then in my thought it lies.
Good my lord, Ask him upon his oath if he does think he had not my virginity.
What sayest thou to her?
She's impudent, my lord, and was a common gamester to the camp.
He does me wrong, my lord. If I were so, he might have bought me at a common price. Do not believe him. Oh, behold this ring, whose high respect and rich validity did lack a parallel. Yet for all that he gave it to a commoner of the camp, if I be one.
He blushes in 'tis hit of 6 preceding ancestors that gem conferred by testament. To the sequent issue hath it been owed and worn. This is his wife that rings 1,000 proofs.
Methought you said you saw one here in court could witness it.
I did, my lord, but loath them to produce so bad an instrument. His name's Parles.
I saw the man today, if man be he.
Find him and bring him hither.
What of him? He's quoted for a most precipitous slave, with all the spots of the world taxed and debauched, whose nature sickens. But to speak a truth, am I, or that or this, for what he'll utter, that will speak anything?
She has that ring of yours.
I think she has. Certain it is I liked her, and boarded her, in the wanton way of youth. She knew her distance, and did angle from me, maddening my eagerness with her restraint, as all impotence in fancy's course are motives of more fancy, and in fine her insuate coming with her modern grace subdued me to her rate. She got the ring, and I had that which any inferior might at market price have bought.
I must be patient. You that have turned off a first so noble wife may justly diet me. I pray you yet. Since you lack virtue, I will lose a husband. Send for your ring. I will return it home and give me mine again.
I have it not.
What ring was yours, I pray you?
Sir, much like the same upon your finger.
Know you this ring? This ring was his of late.
And this was it I gave him being abed.
The story then goes false. You threw at him out of a casement.
I have spoke the truth.
My lord, I do confess the ring was hers.
You buckle shrewdly. Every feather starts you. Is this the man you speak of?
Aye, my lord.
Tell me, sirrah, but tell me true, I charge you, not fearing the displeasure of your master, which on you just preceding I'll keep off. By him and by this woman here, what know you?
So please, your majesty, my master hath been an honorable gentleman. Tricks he hath had in him which gentlemen have.
Come to the purpose. Did he love this woman?
Faith, sir, he did love her, but how?
How, I pray you?
He did love her, sir, as a gent loves a woman.
How is that?
He loved her, sir, and loved her not.
As thou art a knave and no knave, what an equivocal companion is this?
I am a poor man, and at your majesty's command.
He's a good drum, my lord, but a naughty orator.
You know he promised me marriage?
Faith, I know more than I'll speak.
Will thou speak all thou knowest?
Yes, so please your majesty. I did go between them, as I said, but more than that, he loved her. For indeed he was mad for her, and talked of Satan, and of limbo, and of furies, and I know not what. Yet I was in that credit with them at the time, that I knew of their going to bed, and of other motions, as promising her marriage, and things which would derive me ill will to speak of. Therefore I will not speak what I know.
Thou hast spoken all already. Unless thou canst say they are married, but thou art too fine in the evidence. Therefore stand aside. This ring you say was yours?
Aye, my good lord.
Where did you buy it? Or who gave it you?
It was not given me, nor did I buy it. I did not buy it.
Who lent it you?
It was not lent me neither.
Well, where did you find it then?
I found it not.
If it were yours by none of your ways, how could you give it him?
I never gave it him.
This woman's an easy glove, my lord. She goes off and on at pleasure.
This ring was mine. I gave it his first wife.
It might be yours or hers for aught I know.
Take her away. I do not like her now. To prison with her, and away with him. Unless thou tellest me where thou hast this ring, thou diest within this hour.
I'll never tell you.
Take her away.
I'll put him bound, my liege.
I think thee now a common customer.
My Jove, if I ever knew man 'twas you.
Wherefore hast thou accused him all this while?
Because he's guilty, and he is not guilty. He knows I am no maid, and he'll swear to it. I'll swear I am a maid, and he knows not. But, king, I am no strumpet. By my life, I am either maid or else this old man's wife.
She does abuse my ears. To prison with her.
Mother, fetch my veil. Stay royal, sir. The jeweler that owes this ring is sent for, and he shall surety me. But for this lord, who hath abused me as he knows himself, though yet he never harmed me, here I quit him. He knows himself my bed he hath defiled, and at that time he got his wife with child. Dead though she be, she feels her young one kick. So there's my riddle. Once it's dead is quick. And now behold the meaning.
Is there no exorcist beguiles the truer office of mine eyes? Is it real that I see?
No, my good lord, 'tis but the shadow of a wife you see, the name and not of that thing.
Both, O pardon.
Oh, my good lord, when I was like this maid, I found you wondrous kind. There is your ring. And look you, here is your letter. This it says, when from my finger you can get this ring, and by me with child. This is done. Will you be mine now? You are doubtly won.
If she, my liege, can make me know this clearly, I'll love her dearly, ever, ever dearly.
If it appear not plain and prove untrue, deadly divorce step between me and you. Oh, my dear mother, do I see you living?
Oh, my eyes smell onions. I shall weep anon. Oh, good Tom Drum, lend me a handkerchief. Oh, so I thank thee. Wait on me at home. I'll make sport with thee. Let thy courtesies alone. They are scurvy ones.
Let us from point to point this story know, to make the even truth and pleasure flow. If thou beest yet a fresh uncropped flower, choose thou thy husband, and I'll pay thy dower. For I can guess that by thy honest aid thou kept'st a wife herself, thyself a maid. Of that and all the progress more or less, resolvedly more leisure shall express. All yet seems well, and if it ends so meet, the bitter past more welcome is the sweet.
The king's a beggar, now the play is done. All is well ended if this suit be won. That you express content, which we will pay, with strife to please you day exceeding day. Ours be your patience then, and yours our parts. Your gentle hands lend us, and take our hearts. Right.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I like this play more each time I read it. Can we do
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Great job, everybody.
Well done, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It was great listening to this. And it's also delivering the mail. How many things there are about letters in this play?
And rings and rings.
Yeah.
He loves stuffs about rings. This place
Yeah.
is about with rings.
Well, thank you, Derek. It was an interesting part to do.
Sure. Thank you, Jackie, for stepping in. And there were some scenes I really liked. I loved the Countess Helena scene at the beginning. I just thought that was just so sweet.
Yes.
So.
I liked your silly scene with the scarf over your head.
Yeah, that was funny.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah. There was a lot of nice camaraderie between all the guys. That was really, of course, the women, were great, but there was nice stuff there, I thought.
Yeah. And thank you, Sean and Valentina, for your first time with Instant Shakespeare.
Yes, thank you so much. Great job, and hope you come back for more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
All right. Take care,
Happy
everyone.
holidays,
Have
everybody.
a great
everybody.
holiday.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays. Happy New